Sourkidsproductions.
What is going on, folks? Welcome into another episode of the Final Drive podcast here at Sour Kids Productions. Now, before we get into the show, season 2, baby.
They brought us back? I can't believe they brought us back.
We got renewed. We got renewed, new cameras, ultra quality 4K cam. How do you do this? You're doing too good. They're going to poach you, Ken. I don't know who, but somebody will poach you.
He ain't leaving us. We pay a decent price.
Well, if they poach you, you take us with you. Okay.
We leave the part of the deal. We gotta leave the
Yeah, we gotta leave him off for that too. Damn recast the child.
Top of that recast child, bro. You already started problems, bro. Welcome to season 2, guys.
Hey, they already know what's coming for the rest of the show.
The heat. So obviously we got a lot to get into. It is myself, Alec, Javante, DeAndre, Kenneth over there on the computer as always. And as they've teased, we have a lot to get into. We missed last week, so we have a lot of NFL news to catch you up on, as well as some Comic-Con happened this week, and that's big for us. It's kind of what we look forward to.
It's like the first year was really big because Hall H was like actually popping again.
Yeah, like, post-COVID, everybody was there back in the normal. Some things were left off, obviously, because of DisneyCon, which would be in September. They'll probably showcase a lot of their Marvel and Star Wars projects there, so
DC fandom as well.
DC fandom,
like,
which
ever since COVID happened, they kind of went to
did their own things, which I like. But Comic-Con still had tons of great things.
Yeah, it did.
You guys put out tons of great videos on your channel talking about everything.
Yeah, we were like the sweatshop, bro. We were putting in work. Bro.
Oh yeah,
we had no time of day. We were doing trailer race, all kinds of stuff. Like,
and then while we're shooting a new trailer or trying to edit or do a trailer, there will be another one that pops up right now. So we're like, oh fuck.
So lots of good things. There are lots of winners, I think, from Comic-Con for sure.
Yeah, for
DC and Marvel both had some good things, and we'll get into.
Oh, that's my PSA right there. You already know what's coming. I have to go in. I gotta rip them. I gotta rip it up. I got to. I got ripped them. Not DC. Oh, dude, see how he gets all defensive? Not DC.
It's Marvel?
No.
Because those are the only two you mentioned.
No. It's that Star Wars.
Oh,
I gotta rip that up. We gotta rip that Star Wars up.
Yeah, it's not a whole. Star Wars they were quiet, weren't they? At Comic-Con.
They've been quiet. They've been quiet. Oh, we'll get to it.
Okay. I have a feeling I'm gonna agree with your PSA, but
oh yeah, I think everybody in this room.
Let's get into.
First time ever.
Let's get some of the biggest news. Of course, Kyler Murray of the Cardinals. Obviously, they had their contract dispute. Kyler was being real, as the kids say, sus on Instagram, deleting everything from the Cardinals. Then it looked like they came to an agreement on, we're going to try and get a deal done. Well, last week that did happen, and they came to an agreement on a $230 million contract. Obviously, it's been heavily scrutinized as of late because within this contract there was a clause which required Kyler Murray every week to spend 4 hours a minimum watching film, game tape, whatever that might be. That got a lot of heat, deservingly so. And the Cardinals came out with a statement today, I believe, or was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
It was yesterday, so Thursday. Recording on a Friday, but they announced they were going to revoke said clause within Kyler Murray's deal, basically because they didn't want that to that be the image of Kyler Murray. But I don't get the Cardinals' plan behind that, because obviously you knew that was going to leak out, and you knew people were going to question Kyler Murray immediately because, the playoff loss last year, kind of the hot and cold stretches of seasons the Cardinals have had since Kyler Murray has been there with Cliff Kingsbury.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Kyler made a surprise appearance yesterday to the media talking about, basically, y'all are some haters. I'm going to do me. And we're going to ball in Arizona. That's what he basically said.
Yeah.
How do we feel about this? Because we know Kyler Murray now has raised the bar even further for a Lamar Jackson deal, who has not gotten his deal done with the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Was Kyler worth it in your eye? Makai's not here. So this is your chance now. But how do we feel about this deal for Kyler Murray?
I mean, I think it's solid for him. I think he's a very talented player, transcendent athlete. And my thing with the whole contract and the clause behind that, because it looks bad because we already a lot of us view Kyler Murray as like this childlike presence when you compare him to the rest of the NFL and what quarterbacks look like as far as stature.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, you see the way he runs. He runs like a bad toddler, you know, escaping an ass whooping. So the problem I have with this is like, I feel like this is something that if you're an announcer, like this is something that like every quarterback would have, or every quarterback should have in their contract. Like, I don't know why you had to make it public that he is getting this, you know, like why he's the only person that's getting this. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I never understood that. As far as what he got, like the contract offer, again, I think it's fair, it's solid, it's rightfully deserved. He's an amazing player. I think he could honestly be a top 10 quarterback in this league. And some people view him now as a top 10 QB. So yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, $230.5 million with 105 fully guaranteed at signing, and up to 160 is fully guaranteed for injury. So
let me start
quite the bag.
Let me start with the Cardinals side. The Cardinals look bad because you put this in there for a reason. Let's be honest. They also weren't trying to give him the contract right away because they had their reasons. They didn't feel, hey, is this really our guy? Understandably, I think they look bad going back on it now, trying to say, oh, we didn't want to get taken out of context like y'all have both mentioned. You put it in there. I would have rather you just come out and say, explain more why you put it in there than just get, oh, we're going to revoke it now and get rid of it. So I think they had a reason for it. You're saying all quarterbacks should have it, but Tom Brady, I don't think we ever need that because Tom Brady work on his game. We know he works on his craft. We know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. We know the top guys. We know what they're going to do.
But I'm saying, like, why was it necessary for Kyler? I mean, Kyler works on his game.
How do we know that? I mean, what has the team progression look like?
I think
I
think with Kyler in particular, I didn't make a judgment.
Go.
But I think with Kyler Murray in particular, the guy that we've watched here in Allen in Texas, high school legend, goes to A&M, transfers out, goes to Oklahoma. And I'm not trying to say he doesn't watch film or anything. I'm not trying to say that. But I think Kyler Murray is a guy who, in particular, has always relied on his athleticism just to be the quickest, the fastest guy and not run everybody and try and make plays. Like, I think that's what his game has predicated on throughout high school, throughout college, so far throughout the NFL. But I think now you got to realize the NFL is a whole different breed when it comes to the level of competition and athletes that you're playing against. So, to me, he's always been the guy that has been relied on to. He relies on his athleticism to escape, to create plays, to do all that. So maybe to him early on, film wasn't all that necessary because he thought, I'm the fastest, I'm the quickest, I can make all the throws on the run. I don't need to do that. I can go make these plays.
And also, I would like to add to that because you did a lot of good points. I would say, as far as why I would give it to him, what has Kyler Murray done so far in his career? It's been a one playoff game, right? One?
Yeah.
No MVP, so like Lamar Jackson's a different story. I look at a guy like the guys like we talk about the top, like let's be honest. I don't think he was worth the money anyway. Kyler Murray's that great of a quarterback. I think he's solid. He's been in the league for what, 6 years now?
He's only been for 3 years.
3
years? I think Justin Herbert's better. I think Joe Burrow's better. I'd rather have these okay, let's be honest. I'd rather have Joe Burrow over Kyler Murray right now. I'd rather have Justin Herbert. I'd rather have Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson when he clears his stuff. I'd rather have Deshaun Watson. I'm just saying, I look at him as one of those top tier kind of quarterbacks. That upper echelon. Because now what's he ranked as like far as payment wise? What's he ranked at? For like as far as out of the quarterback class. Which probably Deshaun Watson.
Right behind Deshaun Watson.
Exactly. I don't think he's worth I think Lamar Jackson's more worth that money than what Kyler Murray is. Just because I feel like Kyler Murray's career, we looked at him, it's like he's just been there. It's been average. Like I don't think he's been very crazy impressive. Far as that team. The team hasn't been winning like that, so it's like okay.
But is that a Kyler Murray thing, or is that?
Yes, I got you. I gave you. Okay, if I gave Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Christian Kirk, I wonder what his outlook will look like. He has the top number one receiver. When he got
if you gave Kyler Murray John Harbaugh, how would that change?
Yes.
So now we're playing my
Coach
coaches.
Bro.
You're the one.
Coach
you don't
Bro.
even like Cliff Kingsbury.
You don't like
I don't.
him.
And you're a Texas Tech.
But okay, let's be honest. Also, they brought this guy in because he was the only one that could work with Kyler Murray's offense and skill set.
Yes, and the offense has been great. Numbers wise, they
didn't look good in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and that's on coaching. In my opinion.
But also, how did he look? Did he look great to you guys in the playoffs?
I mean, first playoff.
Joe Burrow went through his first playoff run. I want to hear that. Joe Burrow went through a whole playoff run by himself, first year also in the playoffs. Yeah. I'm just saying, at some point, I look at the quarterback also and say, like, was he really worth all this? I'm not saying he shouldn't get no money. I'm just saying, was he worth second highest quarterback in the league payment? I think they forced their hand having to do it because they had no choice. But also that clause was kind of like, hey, we're safe. And we see that all the time. I don't know why you feel like a clause is so weird, because we see clauses all the time in basketball when it comes to like weight gain, injury clauses.
You had to say that about
But I'm
Zion,
saying-
didn't you?
but also injury
But I'm
clauses.
saying
Like,
that's weird for just him to have it.
but you see it only with in basketball. You see the same thing with certain contracts, like Zion
Who?
Williamson. Zion Williamson has a weight clause in his contract now.
That
Yes.
he does.
Takes away something like, you look at Joel Embiid. When Joel Embiid was first came in the league and they gave him his extension, it had injury clauses to it
Okay.
to keep the franchise safe in a way.
Joel Embiid was healthy. he's. I mean,
And
that was
saying,
that was something that was known. He was injury prone. Zion Williamson, we've known about
but
his,
that's what I'm
his
saying.
weight
If
problems.
Arizona's putting this in the, they must know this guy ain't watching film like that.
Or I
ain't
think, you
putting the
know,
work
if
in.
you're the Cardinals and if you leak this out, and I don't know how it got leaked out actually, but it kind of shifts the blame from the Cardinals back to Kyler Murray. And we know, obviously, Murray and the Cardinals had their problems, you know, with all the drama this offseason and whatnot. So maybe if you're
And the
Arizona,
way he went at
if
it,
Arizona, you leak this out, you kind of protect, you know, you look and go, oh, they had to pay Kyler Murray because they don't know what to do with quarterback if not
Yeah.
Kyler Murray. Now all the pressure is on Kyler Murray because you have this clause come out, you paid him all this money. It's on Kyler Murray, not the Cardinals.
Exactly.
Well, since he's been in the league, I'm just saying, 2-time Pro Bowler, NFL
Pro Bowl don't
Offensive
mean
Rookie of the
anything.
Year.
okay.
Numbers the past 2 years. His first year in the league, 3,722 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Second year, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And then last year, 24 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
And I think
Okay.
too, and
That's
I think
fine. He's put up numbers. Team ain't winning. Who cares? Matthew Stafford's put up numbers for years in Detroit. We didn't care.
The team was winning last year.
The
I mean,
team
sure,
starts
the team,
off winning,
the
then go
team's in a
downhill.
slump.
What's that tell
Yes.
you? Also, that's another thing. We also talked about that early when we talked about last season. We talked about, can he make it through a whole season? We talked about the beginning of the season, fresh, everybody all on the upslide. Then towards the middle of the season, everything going downhill. Can't win games, all kind of stuff.
I mean, the offensive line did look beat up towards the end of the season.
But also, you have a
And
quarterback
I-
that's 5'7" or 5'8", whatever he is. You have a small quarterback
And at
also who
least-
knows he can't take no hits.
to me, I think Kyler Murray does have a little more maturing as far as a leader, as far as being a franchise quarterback and being a leader goes. But if I had to point the finger at somebody in that second half of the season, I'd still look at Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Okay, and
I think that was because I think Cliff didn't know how to handle being so hot in the NFL and thinking you can keep doing what you're doing and then
Yeah.
find out very quickly teams do adjust.
Well, I think
my thing is like Kyler Murray, like he's a fan of the game. He likes playing football. I mean, of course,
That don't mean anything.
he's a baseball player too. Like he loves playing baseball as well.
Mhm.
But you've seen him. Dad was a baseball player, correct? Or was he playing
Yeah,
football?
baseball.
Baseball, yes. So I just look at that and just, you know, like I don't hear about Kyler Murray outside of like as far as having that big of a celebrity life.
bro, it's about video games and stuff like that too. Like
He's a
that's like
streamer.
that's like if DeAndre Ayton that's like if Phoenix Suns would put in DeAndre Ayton's clause, hey, we want you to dedicate more time to film after he said I'd be staying up late to play video games with my friends. Kyler Murray has streamed. He streamed with D-Book before on Twitch. He streams
Okay.
on Twitch. So that means they basically said less time on the video game, more time in the playbook.
Hmm.
So it's not just about going out and partying. It's about also what you do when you get home.
All I'm saying is this is something that I would hear from like Jamarcus Russell. This would be something that I would put in his
Jamarcus
contract.
Russell.
And I think,
That's something you put in
They
his.
didn't get checked, and that's also why they found out after they paid him. They found all that stuff about Jamarcus Russell's.
But the
problem.
thing about Jamarcus Russell is that he wasn't playing good. He was not as good playing the way Kyler Murray was.
But he never got a second contract. He was still put up that rookie contract he had. Jamarcus Russell was on his rookie contract because what? He was dominant. He didn't have to do all that stuff in college or high school because he was that good.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, you look at Kyler Murray his first 3 years.
Yes.
Look at Jamarcus Russell his first 3 years.
It's also different NFL. He's more athletic. He can run and use his leg more. Also, the NFL is worth more because the NFL, let's be honest, if Kyler Murray was drafted back in 06, can Kyler Murray be in the league today? No, because the defense was a lot different back then.
Probably not. 'Cause
You can't defend like you can back then. The floor is way more, feels way more spaced out.
Everything was under center. I understand.
And now everything's more spaced out now in the game. That's what I'm saying. So like it would be it's not the same scenario. But also I would say with Kyler Murray's even his press conference, he seemed very defensive. If my mindset would be, hey, they don't think I can do it, fine, I'll go prove it. I'm still gonna get my money. If I do it, I'm still getting my bag. I'm just gonna show it. That'd be my mindset.
And I think Kyler Murray is in that top 10 conversation, if not
But is he
10 to 12.
Is he a franchise quarterback?
Yes.
No, but
I think he can be.
What's be okay? Okay. Well, maybe just start to define what franchise.
Do I have
quarterback
to
is.
do I have to make a change the offense to fit him specifically? Yes.
But is that a franchise quarterback then?
What
Because
you
you're going to fit. You're saying I can only fit in certain schemes. I have to fit my scheme around him. Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
You said to fit the scheme around him.
Yes.
Okay. You think he can win your Super Bowl?
Yeah. I think he has the talent. Yeah.
Kyler Murray,
Listen,
from a quarterback
From a
perspective,
quarterback
does have the
perspective,
talent.
As far as having the talent,
I'm talking
yes, he can win the
Can
Super
you?
Bowl.
Okay. Would you take him over any of the guys I named you? Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, any of those guys? Any of it, let's look.
No.
Let's not look at and not take away the Aaron Rodgers and the Tom Brady's, the older guys.
The young quarterback.
Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. Who else is young? Young stars. Trying to think.
I think Kyler Murray is more
Lamar
talented.
Jackson.
I think-
He's probably the worst out of all those.
I think Kyler Murray is more talented than Joe Burrow.
No, who you rather have though to win you a game? When you take you there, Joe Burrow's saying he could take you there. Kyler Murray's been to one playoff game and lost. Joe Burrow showed he can take you there, and should have and could have he beat the Rams if they got that pass off in time. But still, he showed he can take you there. Justin Herbert, we know he's talented also, just like Kyler Murray, but he's bigger than Kyler Murray, so I'd rather have him over Kyler Murray. He's a bigger quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson, better MVP, faster. Try to get
I
the
think
ball
Kyler-
as good.
Kyler's a better
But
passer.
hold on,
Yeah.
but you say like all these other guys are franchise quarterbacks, but Lamar Jackson, he has to have a right scheme to fit around him.
Exactly. I think Lamar Jackson will get a clause in his contract that's going to say, hey, something happened because how he plays the game,
But
he runs a lot.
But how does that look, though? Is that the only people who are getting those clauses are black QBs?
No, it's not just because I didn't get Pat Mahomes one. The reason why, look at how Lamar Jackson plays football, bro. Lamar Jackson literally is one ACL tear away from we don't know where he's going to be no more. Not saying ACL tears can't be fixed, but I'm saying Lamar Jackson, the way he plays is very reckless.
No, it was his body build too.
Yeah, it's a reckless. You're talking about giving a guy a 6-year contract. That's recklessness. Like, I got to be able to put some clauses to save my franchise. I got to still protect myself.
I think
It's not like Joe Burrow and the rest of those guys are more pocket quarterbacks.
among the quarterbacks you listed, the only guy I would consider
Put Deshaun Watson
taking
there also.
Kyler over would be Lamar Jackson.
That's what I'm saying.
Lamar's the only guy I consider. I think I take
Lam-
everybody else over
Lamar's
Kyler
been an
Murray.
MVP.
But Kyler can be easily better than those guys if he can put it together, and the Cardinals can have a serious run.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I think the
because
Kyler
Kyler has it
going to be a
all.
problem.
I mean, he's only been 3 years in the league. Cardinals have had a winning record. What was the record last year, by the way? I know last year they were 10-6, but the year before they were.
I want to say 11-6, 11-6, 12-5. I want to say.
I'm not saying he can't be a great quarterback. I'm saying, though, if I give you the choice of quarterbacks, he's probably the last one you take, or second to last, because he's very odd. He's an odd quarterback. You got to fit the scheme around him. He's a shorter quarterback. If I can get Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, those like my prototypical quarterbacks. What I want: Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes.
11-6.
11-6.
Yeah.
Last year 11-6. The year before 5-10, and the year before that they were.
His rookie year.
Or no, 11-6 this past year, 8-8 the year before, 5-10 and 1 his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
So
So-
you've seen improvement statistically from him individually and from the team. So I'm just saying, 3 years.
We expected more.
He's
When
shown
I've seen it.
improvement.
I've seen it. And
I've
I
seen
think,
enough where I can be like, I have faith in this
and that's
guy.
again because I know the meltdown Kyler had during the playoff game when they were getting skunked. That happened. So Kyler to me has all the talent in the world to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Now he's young. He's a young kid, and that's the guy who has won in high school, won at college. He just got to learn how to. I don't want to say handle adversity. I think he has handled it, up
Yeah.
until now. But just trying to find the right words.
I
for
do.
it. You get what I'm saying,
Yeah, I know what
right?
you're saying, because I do think he has to have a better job in establishing himself more as a leader and picking
Yes.
up this team,
Yes.
especially with the way that the end of the season ended for them last year. That slump that they had,
And they
you
kind
gotta
of,
pick yourself up after that.
and also, I mean, with Cliff as your coach, you got to do more.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't know why they extended him, but
they're
you got
tied together,
you
bro.
got to do more.
They're
Nonetheless, let's discuss another big signing that happened yesterday in the NFL. DK Metcalf, 3-year deal with the Seahawks, $72 million, 58 of it's fully guaranteed, and to me, this screams like Seattle strictly trying to keep one of their fan favorites, give him short-term money that he wants, and he can hit the market again in his prime age still.
Yep.
That's really because he'll be, I think, 27 when his deal's up.
Yeah, I like the contract.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good for Seattle because you lose Russ, and now arguably DK is your focal point as far as jersey sales, as far as reasons why people want to watch Seahawks football. It's gonna be all about DK.
They got that they got that fan base. They didn't even have DK. They just have that fan. They got them loyal fans, bro. The 12-man loyal. They probably still be pulling up. Even they were trash back in the day, they still pulled up. But no, I agree. I like the signing. I think the contract's fair. I was kind of surprised how short it was, but overall, good deal. Happy to see DK get paid. Yeah, man, not much to say to it, man.
Yeah, I think it gives Seattle short term. You know, we have a star player here.
Yeah.
You know, short term option, and for DK, it gives Seahawks 3 years to kind of rebuild, retool, maybe be a contender when his deal is up. Maybe he could decide, do I want to re-up, or hey, I'm 27. I'm assuming he's gonna be one of the best receivers in the league 3 years from now.
Right.
I can get a bag.
Hey, I told you you wanted to stay.
Damn, he want to say he's want to get his money, bro.
Well,
I'm
told you about the team's decision.
And let's be honest,
because I remember you were talking about, they need to trade.
They still can. I mean, think about a 3-year deal. You can still trade him after this season. You can trade him still with 2 years left on the contract.
That's fair. Yeah, you could say that. But I'm saying like DK Metcalf.
They didn't commit to DK though. That's what I'm saying. My point was they weren't going to commit to him long term, which they didn't. They gave him a 3-year deal.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's something I expected.
It's a win-win for both of these guys.
Yeah.
DK is 24 years old. He can hit the free agent market at 27. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
If you were telling me DK was going to get a 3-year deal, I'll be like, okay, cool.
He loves Seattle, loves the fan base. Fan base loves him, and plus you kind of need that star player to sell the 12th man.
You love it. You love it till you ain't getting the ball cleanly to you. Let's see how much you like when you ain't get the ball.
Now, just to give you guys a crazy idea of how crazy it's been for wide receivers this offseason. Devontae Adams, 5 years, $141.25 million. Tyreek Hill, 4 years, $120. AJ Brown, 4 years, $100. Stephon Diggs got a 4-year extension worth $96. Christian Kirk, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
4 for $84. Cooper Kupp.
This offseason.
Cooper Kupp re-upped 3 for $80.1 million. DK 3 for $72. Terry McLaurin 3 for $71. DJ Moore re-upped with the Panthers 3 for $61.88. And then Chris Godwin, Mike Williams re-upped with the Bucks and Chargers 3 for $60.
I think overall, besides the Christian Kirk one, I think everything kind of laid out how it was supposed to. Like, as far as where we look at these guys, I think it all worked out.
Hefty offseason for wide receivers.
Top 2 receivers are the top 2 paid receivers. So it worked, I thought.
Made sense.
Hey, well, I tell y'all, I need my credit too about Julio Jones signed with Tampa Bay. Didn't I tell y'all it was going to happen?
That's where we're going to go to next.
I didn't say it. I said it. I told y'all.
He looks ugly in 85. I'm just saying.
Hey, bro, Julio, jump ball situation. That's all I need you for.
I mean, he'll basically be the new Gronk, I feel like.
Yeah, jump balls.
Yeah, red zone. You know, I mean, and
don't need much from you, brother.
Yeah, I mean, so the Bucks signed Julio Jones. Also today, they announced Ryan Jensen, their Pro Bowl center, went down with a nasty leg injury. They're going to reevaluate him in a couple months. Tampa, Ali Marpet retires. Alex Kappa went over to the Bengals in free agency, and now you lose Ryan Jensen for what looks like, for now, a good chunk of time.
Right.
3 out of your 5 linemen are gone. They signed Julio Jones. So how do you feel the state of the Bucks is right now? I still you worried about that offensive line at all a little bit, or?
I mean, losing a leader like Ryan Jensen, especially, that's your center. That's one of the quarterback's biggest connections. Hiking the ball, snacking the ball. Like you're kind of used to it a certain way from this guy. So I mean, that's going to take some time to get used to for Tom Brady. But as far as the Bucks, I think the offensive line is still a little bit stable because they did trade for Shaq Mason, which I thought was a great trade value that they got for him from New England. They drafted Luke Godetti out of Central Michigan, I think. Yeah, Central Michigan in the 3rd or 4th round. So I think he'll probably step in.
You still have your 2 tackles.
Yeah, you still have your 2 tackles. As far as the center position, they do have Robert Hainsley. I think that's who the clear center is right now, who's still on the roster. They drafted him last year, I think, in the 4th or 5th round out of Notre Dame. And then if you want to take outside options, because let's say Ryan Jensen's lost for the season. Because I right now it says like they'll reevaluate him in coming months, so there's a chance that he could return. But if he's out for the season, there's a guy out there right now, J.C. Treader, who's a free agent, NFL PA president. So I think he could step in for only on a 1-year deal. So Tampa Bay, I mean, they're not in a position where like it's doomed. Like we're doomed. They could still create something out of this unfortunate situation that just happened at minicamp. And I do like the Julio Jones signing. Credit to Javonte. I'm not going to lie. I thought he wouldn't go there just because of the amount of depth that Tampa Bay has at wide receiver right now.
That's the best thing for him. Don't rely on me too much.
Limited reps.
Us being from UNT, Alec, it doesn't look good for our guy Jalen Darden at the end.
Let's be honest. Did it ever look good?
I mean,
UNT guys don't make it in the NFL.
I thought maybe as a return specialist he could have maybe made it as
it's gonna have to be as a return specialist.
Maybe one day y'all get one. Maybe one day y'all get like us and get one. You know what I mean?
Shut up. But we got because I'm trying to think. But that's a good receiving core. I mean, Julio as a number 4 option. He can stay healthy.
Veteran.
If he can, a veteran, stay healthy throughout the season. And then I think playoff time, that's when, that's when the value really hits the market for Julio Jones. Because
I think that's the main goal. I think the main goal is, let's just get you healthy, get you the regular season, get you the postseason. That's when we'll really.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Tampa, it's a nice collection of skill players still because you lose Gronk, but you still have Cameron Brate.
And they signed Kyle Rudolph.
Yep.
As well.
And now you have Chris Godwin back healthy from injury. You have Mike Evans. You have Julio Jones, Scotty Miller.
Not Leonard Fournette still.
260-pound Leonard Fournette.
As I remember.
Still, yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think the line thing is a concern, of course, like DeAndre said. Because you got Tom Brady back there. He don't like pressure. He don't be getting hit.
He's 40.
Yeah, you don't want him taking no hits. I don't think he wants to take no hits.
Old.
But overall, I think they'll be fine. I think they have a lot still. They're not doing like DeAndre said. It's honestly between them. I mean, it's between them and the Saints for the division. So I'm not really giving too much to the Panthers or the Falcons. So as long as you keep up with the Saints or keeping a game, keep up with what they're doing over there, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, and like with Ryan Jensen, if he can come back in the playoffs, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Bucs don't mind being a wild card considering how it worked out for him. 2 years ago. So,
yeah, it worked out pretty well
the
for
NFC
that.
being weaker, also, yeah.
Yep. Tampa can afford the blow. I think so.
Exactly.
Also, Ryan Kerrigan just announced his retirement. He signed with the Commanders on Friday. He's going to retire. One of the more underrated guys, I felt like.
Oh, absolutely.
Out of Purdue.
Yep.
Went to Washington in 2011.
I think I'm pretty. No, I don't think he leads the team in stats. I mean, maybe he might be like the new team, hold the team record for stats.
I think he's close to 100,
I
believe. But solid career. I thought one of the more consistent guys for a long time.
Constant pro.
Yeah. So kudos to Ryan Kerrigan. He announced his retirement.
Hey, you got some more people in there, right? Shout outs for the retirement, moving on and doing other things.
Who do you got?
Well, Brock Osweiler, bro.
Oh yeah, he's
doing college football.
He officially retired?
No, he's
joining college football now.
He's joining college football.
As a what?
ESPN analyst.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I thought we had to throw him out there. Show some love.
Hey, speaking of retirement, no, just show some love. Richie Incognito announced his retirement.
Oh, I know you. Hey,
I thought, bro,
the bully for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
I must say he gets a shout out.
Yeah, I mean, he gets a shout out from me. He's been a solid pro. Always one of like the toughest guys I know in the NFL.
No, tough for a lot of reasons.
The guy low key changed up on that stance. He's like, hey, low key, he might be doing something.
That's what I'm saying. I told Javante the other day. I was like, low-key, yeah, he probably was doing us a favor because he need somebody needed to toughen up Jonathan Martin. Somebody needed to toughen his ass up.
I know you're not doing this right now.
I'm being honest, man. Jonathan Martin, as a second-round pick, he was a disappointment. And also the shit that he got involved with recently. Like
I know you're not sitting there saying, you know what, Jonathan Martin?
Look, all I'm saying,
he kind of needed to be bullied.
All I'm saying is if someone in the locker room told me that, hey, like I'm like saying shit about my mom, my sister, like inappropriate shit to me, that's automatically a punch in the face.
No, what's Makai's line? What's Makai like? You need your ass beat.
Yeah, you need your ass beat.
You need your ass beat. Exactly, bro. And like for him to just hold back, cry about it at home, and just be like, and file a report instead of handling that shit straight up.
Even Chris Rock didn't file a report. And Chris Rock got slapped on national television. He didn't file a report.
Like, come on, man.
I didn't file a report, bro.
Leave this whole investigation.
Y'all should know that.
Honestly, the investigation, what I learned from that investigation was that, so basically, Jonathan Martin, like, you weak, you soft. You soft as hell. You just told 31 other teams that, hey, I can push this guy around all day. He won't do shit about it.
Did you have DeAndre ranting about Jonathan Martin on your bingo card today?
No,
I did not have that on my bingo
we talked about this a
card.
couple weeks ago. I remember we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Like, hey, I remember that Jonathan Martin. I remember that ESPN whole story about the locker room.
It was a whole thing.
Oh, that's about DeAndre. Then he brought it up again. Yeah, I always gotta bring up DeAndre. I always gotta knock DeAndre's bust his bubble on different things. Like when they talk
between that and
like Ron and D-Wade going to Chicago, and he got all hyped up.
I have my hot takes. Don't get me wrong. What Richie Incognito did was wrong. Like as far as like the shit he was saying is wrong. as from a teammate, but still,
Uh-huh.
like from a Jonathan Martin perspective, it's like you got to handle that, man.
Isn't that
That's
Jane
fair.
training camp also? Or that in season?
That was the whole season, man. That was his whole rookie
Oh.
year.
So 16 weeks.
Usually training camp, you hear like stuff like that happens. Training camp, you get that little fight in, everybody cool after that.
No, that was a very long hazing process
Yeah,
for him.
and I think they would have stopped if Jonathan Martin would have
Probably.
came
'Cause
back.
ain't no other grown man gonna stand up for you. You're a
Yeah.
grown man, you gotta stand up for yourself.
True. Really quickly before we shift over to some Comic-Con stuff, let's do some QB battles. I'll throw out the names. You tell me who you think's gonna win and be the week 1 starter.
Gotcha.
Atlanta Falcons, Marcus Mariota, Desmond Riddler.
Marcus Mariota.
Well, they already kind of announced that he's gonna be the starter. So.
I think it's Mariota for the first 3-4 weeks.
I think Mariota too, just because he's more familiar with Arthur Smith and
And
his
you're not
system.
you're not trying to win anything. You can just take your time. So
Yeah, Micaiah's infatuation with Marcus Mariota, which I could see. I think
Really?
he kind of got that wrong in Tennessee.
he's not an Oklahoma guy though.
He just likes Marcus
I
Mariota.
remember thinking that draft class was going
That
to be
draft
lit.
class low key trash.
Him and Jameis.
They
It
both
was not a
kinda
good draft
average.
class.
I
It's
know,
not a
right?
good draft class.
Sheesh.
Seattle, Geno Smith and Drew Lock. Pete Carroll did say today that Geno does have the upper hand right now.
I think at the end of the day, preseason, I think Drew Lock's going to take it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Geno.
I'm going Geno also.
Hey,
I think Geno had some good games. Like he looked pretty good. He had moments last year. I think he gives you the best chance to try to win games.
WV.
Also, Drew Lock is younger, so you might want to try see what you got.
You can bring him on later though. If like say you start Geno and the season ain't going well, you're like, okay, we don't falling behind. Now we could put Drew Lock in there and see what he got and see if we're gonna keep this guy around for the future.
They should have signed Tavon Austin off the streets. You
They
get
did?
that? No, they need to.
So
Remember that West Virginia combo?
Yeah.
It's over for the
Didn't
NFL.
didn't he sign with Buffalo? Tavon?
Oh, he did, yeah.
that's a classic game. LSU versus West Virginia. I remember that game. Honey
Hey,
badger.
I almost say is West Virginia, Geno, and Tavon. Hey,
Sure tough.
Tavon might have
Stedman
the
Bailey, too?
Tavon has the best highlight reel.
Stop.
Calm
Stop.
down. Yeah, calm
Stop.
down. Reggie Bush got a
Cap.
better one.
I mean, of
Reggie.
this era.
No, I still think I don't know.
No,
This era?
Cam
this era.
Newton.
I'm talking from a receiver position.
Oh, receiver.
I mean,
Percy Harvin.
I mean, you could say DeAnthony Thomas, too.
Percy. Anthony Thomas.
Ooh, Oregon.
Black Mamba.
Oh, you
Yeah.
onto something there. One of the best,
I think
nonetheless. Him and Geno, that was undefeated at West
Christian McCaffrey
Virginia.
had a low-key good one, too. But
He said receiver though.
receiver.
Trying to think who else. I was about to say not Justin Blackman. Who else was in there?
That's tough.
Samuel Watkins.
Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, Sammy was nice at Clemson.
Yeah, never really worked out for him though.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4, Sam Darnold versus Baker Mayfield.
Oh, Baker.
It's gonna be Baker.
Yeah.
Baker's a better quarterback.
Baker, yeah.
I heard you say Baker talking good about the coach too. He's saying I was the best offensive mind I've been with. Talking good. It's nice when you're in some new home. You know what I mean? Try but no, I think Baker Mayfield starts also.
Yeah, agree. Lastly, we have the Steelers. This is interesting.
Oh yeah.
Mitch and
I heard
Kenny
the story.
Pickett.
That story was funny though. When they threw the 2 picks and they were like, "Get Kitty in there." I think it's Mitch.
Yeah, they
Trubisky,
need to
though.
be nice to Mitch.
It's Mitch Trubisky, week 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mitch.
That's- Okay, let me throw this at you. Week 8 of the NFL season. Who is
It's
it?
gonna be Kenny.
Javante.
I'll tell you this right now. Week 6 of the NFL season, it's gonna be Kenny.
I think it's still Mitch. I think it's still Mitch Trubisky. I think because Kenny Pickett at time you could do something with him next year if you want to. I think Mitch also would give him a good chance to win just because he's a physical quarterback.
So
think
you're
even though
okay with shelling Kenny Pickett for the year?
Yeah, because Mike Tomlin ain't gonna take no games. He's trying to win at all costs. Now, if Mitch Trubisky's just really messing up and Kenny Pickett's the best chance to win, I see the change. But
Okay.
I think Mitch Trubisky will be average,
Can y'all
especially with Najee Harris with the
shit,
run
my
game.
phone just died. Can y'all pull up Pittsburgh's first schedule, like their opening?
The
schedule?
Steelers?
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
This is why we have Kenneth.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kenneth.
On top of having 4K cameras, this is also what he does for us.
So wait, Steelers, Bengals, week 1.
Browns.
It's gonna be week 4 when Zach Wilson comes to town.
That could be a low key. They could. What's that? What's that after that? Who's that?
And then after that, it's Bills. So
God.
that sounds like a 1 in.
That could be 2 and 3.
That sounds like a 1.
Who are they
in 3
beating?
start.
That could be 2. I think they beat the Jets. I think
Nah,
Huh?
they haven't been
They beat,
Zach.
we gotta see the Jets first. See the Jets first. Jets.
I've seen enough of Zach
Let's
Wilson.
see what happens with Browns. If they don't have Deshaun Watson.
But
I don't know.
I'll give them the win over the Jets. The Browns.
The Browns possibly don't have Deshaun Watson yet. Deshaun Watson serving a 2-game suspension.
Maybe.
I've seen enough of Zach Wilson. He's gonna go 17-0
And the
this
Patriots,
year.
I think New England could be a win. I don't know why you may want to tell me about New England gonna be that good this year. You're not giving New England, not giving the win of New England. You said New England. You literally told me New England will be the worst in the division this year.
Well, they probably will be.
New England, Bill Belichick will be the worst division. Okay, y'all better give. That's 2 wins right there. Then. That's already. I give you 3 right there. I think they could beat the Browns, especially Deshaun Watson's not playing. New England and the New York Jets. That's 3 wins.
No.
But Trubisky's
But
saying
the fact,
3 wins.
it's Mitch, so that's the thing.
All he gotta do is play good football. He ain't gotta do no.
I don't
He's
know,
got
man.
weapons.
As long as he's not turning the ball over,
don't
they got a
know.
running game.
They got
Just don't turn the
Najee.
ball over.
Yeah.
He can run a little bit too. Use his legs. Use his physicality.
That-
Even if you give him the 2 wins right there, you go. I say by the time it's Dolphins and Steelers,
Oh,
it'll
of
be
course.
Kenny.
Of course, it's Dolphins.
It'll be Kenny.
Boy.
Well, because you're assuming the Bills and the Bucks will just beat them down.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bills, Butts.
Hold on, the
beat them
Bucks
down.
have. We just talked about the Bucks having line issues. The defense on the Bills have. And the Steelers have a great defense.
Yeah.
Especially that D line. So
True.
we're gonna say, hey, they're gonna come in there and lose to the Bucks.
Yeah.
I think that defense could give them problems. And as long as Mitch Trubisky can turn the ball over, I think they can actually win a game like that.
They
Because
probably
Tom Brady's
could.
gonna get that. They don't like the Rams did against Tom Brady. They're gonna pressure Tom Brady, bro. Watt's getting back there.
Okay,
Hayward's getting back there.
Hey.
It's interesting. Okay.
Bob, hey, don't forget my man.
I
Don't
mean,
forget my
but
UCLA.
Tom-
Miles
but
Jack.
Tom-
Don't forget my
Tom
guy.
Tom usually always gets the best of Mike Tomlin.
But this is different. He's
So-
missing his center. That's right. And Tom Brady don't want no pressure up the middle. That's right up the middle. You missing line play. I'm just saying that defense ain't bad. Secondary ain't bad. Your man Fitzpatrick.
That's it. But who's their corners? They don't really.
I
have
ain't bring
anyone.
Hayden back either. Yeah, but you got the linebacker core pretty good. Jack, my man,
So,
UCLA.
But let me ask you, who covering Mike Evans and Chris Godwin?
Well, you
at that
can't.
time?
If I'm getting the
Yeah.
rush on the quarterback, you
That
don't
don't
have
matter
time
then.
anyway.
That don't matter.
Yeah, if I'm rushing the quarterback, you have no time to get the ball. But see what happened to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had a Ja'Marr Chase open. Can't get it to him. Sorry.
Hey.
What could have been.
Yeah, so I think they could be solid. This off okay.
And lastly, well, this one really isn't a QB battle, but where do we think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to end up? Because the Niners did give him permission, which is kind of weird to seek a trade this late.
I thought Seattle would be a great fit, but I don't think they would do a division trade.
I just really don't know where Jimmy Garoppolo is going to go. Because
Because
they announced that it's Trey Lance's
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I'm glad they did that. It was time
So
to do
it's
that.
Trey Lance's team this
You need
year.
that right
So
early.
Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't have a spot to go back to in San Fran.
I say one. I'll give 3 options, and this
It's gonna be an AFC.
One is with Cleveland, depending on the whole Deshaun Watson. Like if
That's
he's
fair.
suspended
That's
for
fair.
majority of the season, that's one.
It's fair.
I just think he gives the team a better chance than Jacoby Brissett would.
It's fair.
Quarterback.
You wildin'. Okay.
Yes. I'm not wilding, but okay.
You wildin'.
There's a reason why he started instead of Jacoby in New England, but
You wildin'
Yeah.
still. Keep going.
number 2, I say Houston, just because he has a familiar relationship with Nick Caserio. He was the GM, or not GM. I think he was like
Player personnel. Yeah, in New
when he
England.
drafted him in New England. So I think there's connection there. And also, if you want to get the best out of Davis Mills, you bring competition in because the only guy they have right now is Kyle Allen. And he could be a good veteran mentor to Davis Mills as well. So there's that. And then lastly, I think Tampa Bay, just as a backup for Tom Brady. And then-
Hey, they have the best quarterback.
Who's
for
taking
20
16
They
mil?
have the
I'm taking
best
16
quarterback for 2011 as
What-
the backup still.
What's
I'll
his
have
cap
you know.
hit?
They have the best quarterback from that 2011 draft class still as backup.
oh, stop.
Yeah, I think somebody takes a while, bro. Like first off, the Texans. Why do the Texans want to win games? They're trying to lose games, bro. It's about the 2 top quarterbacks in this class. Why do I want to win games?
Bruh.
That's first off. Second off, Tampa Bay. Why? I'm taking on a 16. How much is that cap hit?
It's quite a bit.
Why am I taking on that cap hit for?
What are you talking about?
And again,
You're saying the Buccaneers, right?
Yes.
Why do I want that cap hit of trading for Jimmy Garoppolo?
It depends.
It's not getting released.
It depends how much San Fran is taking back.
I still wouldn't
But-
want him. I'm wasting up. I'm getting a quarterback. I'm expecting Tom Brady's gonna play the whole season.
You never know.
And if Tom Brady doesn't play the whole season, we're screwed anyway. I don't care if I got Jimmy Garoppolo. We're still not winning games because I'm relying on Jimmy Garoppolo to throw the ball.
What are you talking about? That's a very competitive roster. So yes, if I'm gonna have anybody talk,
Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. You're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo making reads having to throw the ball. You want Jimmy Garoppolo or doing what Tom Brady does?
I would start playing Gabbard over Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think you're screwed with Garoppolo. I think if you're playing Jimmy Garoppolo, if you're the Buccaneers playing Jimmy Garoppolo, Super Bowl hopes are over. You're not going to Super Bowl.
No, there's still a chance.
Stop.
There is still a chance.
Stop.
That team is too talented.
with the line issues that they have.
With Blaine Gabbert, they go all the way.
No, they're not.
I like
Somebody
feeling Blaine
Cut his
Gabbert.
mic off.
The Texans one I don't like because the Texans are going to try to lose games. But
They're not trying to lose games.
They're trying to get draft. Johnny, why not try the two best? We're talking about Bryce
The
Young.
only reason why they
CJ Stroud. Why am I not trying to win?
The only reason why they dropped draft, they were trying to trade Deshaun Watson for draft picks. Sure, because he wanted to leave.
But why do I want to win
besides
games?
that,
I need a quarterback. I don't have a franchise quarterback.
I like Davis Mills.
Yeah, Davis Mills.
Is he CJ Stroud? Is he Bryce Young?
You don't know. He could be good.
Okay,
He was best. He was the best rookie last year.
Yeah,
From what I
That's
saw.
fine. I'm still taking my chance. If I'm Houston, I still want I want that top pick to have a choice if I want the quarterback. Because even if I don't want the quarterback, I still trade this position for someone who really needs a quarterback. The Dolphins might be there.
But Houston isn't trying to lose. You're not getting it. Houston's team is not trying to lose.
Bro, Houston Texans not trying to win games, bro.
Lovie Smith is not trying to lose
They
games.
put Lovie Smith in there to say, hey, we got Lovie Smith there, a black guy. Okay, go do your thing. They didn't put Lovie Smith in there because they really believe he could do something. Let's be honest.
He's not wrong about that.
They didn't put Lovie Smith in there to really think they could do something. They wanted old boy.
Houston is not a team where they're trying to tank.
DeAndre, they literally put Lovie Smith in there to say, hey, we got us a black coach. We ain't gonna get the guy that hasn't coached a game ever. There we go. We did that.
They fired David Coley, who was another black coach.
Because they wanted who they want.
To be fair, David Coley was not worthy of being a head coach.
He wasn't.
Who they want to replace him?
Okay, they got Lovey, who was familiar.
No, who they want.
What do you mean who they want?
Who they want? Quarterback.
Oh,
Josh McCown.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted Josh McCown, but it looked bad because he has never coached and he's white. He's never coached a game. So he said, we're going to go get Lovie Smith.
He's coached high school football, I'll have you know.
You his mic. They said they're going to get Lovie Smith, a black coach who's also been there. They don't plan on Lovie Smith being there the long term. Just like your boy Cully. They ain't expect him to be the long term. It's like, hey, bro, you're here for a little bit.
If Lovie Smith can take Rex Grossman to a Super Bowl, why can't he do the same for Davis Mills?
Cut this man's mic. But back to what I was saying, I think they're going to still want the pick just in case because if I get the top pick, say I have number 1 pick, number 2 pick. If it say Tua is not good, I'm not saying he is or he ain't. I'm just saying if Tua is not good, the Dolphins going to give me a haul to get a man like that. To get you're going to need a quarterback. You're going to be desperate for a quarterback.
I like how you just put the Dolphins.
Well, because I'm saying out of all teams, Tua is one of them. Out of all the young quarterback teams, Tua is the only one we're really questioning. We know what Kyler Murray is. We know what Justin Herbert. We know Joe Burrow. We know all those guys are. He's the only question mark. And you said before on this podcast that, hey, if he's not the guy, we have those picks to go get up in the draft. So I'm not taking shots. I'm just being real.
I think one team maybe I'm thinking off the top of my head.
I know you, but you're over here going around on teams I picked. Give me a list of teams
Go ahead,
that you
go first,
think.
you
Go
go
ahead.
I was going to say maybe
I'm
Chicago.
sure I'm going to counter them bitches.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I think Chicago.
Of Justin Fields?
No, to back
just
up
back him
Justin
up?
Fields.
Okay, that's good.
Also, it's terrible offensive line, terrible wide receiver core. Fields will need to be benched at some point for his health. And who better to get beat up than Jimmy
What are you talking about?
Garoppolo?
They just added N'Keal Harry. He gonna be a Pro Bowl receiver with him.
Mute his mic too, Ken. I thought Blaine Gabbert was one thing,
No,
but
but-
for you,
No, but you can tell I'm joking. I couldn't. We don't know. We don't know.
hey, Blaine Gabbert's the best quarterback from that draft class. I'm just saying. He has a Super Bowl ring, does he not? Hey, Blaine Gabbert will dove on that football. I'm just saying.
I'll take Jake Locker over Blaine Gabbert.
Hey,
I'll take
Hey,
Christian.
hey, rest in
Ponder
peace, Jake
over
Locker.
Blaine Gabbert.
He's not dead, but just that man got tortured in the NFL.
Oh yeah, he got
That man's head is like a pinball machine, I'm sure.
shit.
I have my team.
Anyways, yeah, no, I just thought Chicago just because they have no real because the Nick Foles went to Indy
Before I say the team, this team makes
and
sense.
and Dalton's in New Orleans now,
Right.
so
This team makes sense because of the situation with this quarterback. This team's trying to win. I say Tennessee.
but they have Malik Willis.
They have Malik.
He's not going to
Willis.
play this year,
Hold
bro.
on,
Actually, no
Jimmy
way.
Garoppolo on a
You
one-year
know what?
deal.
He's right because you know what? Ryan Tannehill said he's not going to teach Malik Willis like Ryan Tannehill actually is
Well, also,
something.
Jimmy G's on a one-year deal.
Hold on. So I have Malik Willis. I'm paying Tannehill how much? 25 mil.
Yeah.
So you're over here getting on me about Tampa Bay paying him money, but
Well, they've done that before when they moved Marcus Mariota for Ryan Tannehill. I'm saying they're a team that's trying to win. They're doing anything they can. Ryan Tannehill's the biggest problem on that team as far as when we get in the playoff game. So I think they can go get a team. Malik Willis ain't way to play right now. He doesn't need at least a year to sit. Go get a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo, put some pressure on Ryan Tannehill. Also, if Ryan Tannehill is playing horrible, it gives you a guy who's a veteran, come in right away, very much a run offense, similar to the way he did in San Francisco.
but I just think it's different.
What about New York
It was different circumstances because
Which one?
Ryan Tannehill
Giants?
could, but I mean, I think
I think Daniel Jones has to be like.
God awful.
yeah, and I think they trust Tyrod to start.
Oh, they did sign Tyrod, didn't
Yeah.
they?
What's your
I
problem
forgot
with
about
Tennessee?
that.
Well, I think it's different than the situation when Tannehill first got there because when Tannehill got there, Miami, how much did we pay him? I know we gave him pretty big contract extension. but he was still making like 18, maybe 19 mil. And they had Marcus Mariota, who was the starter at the time. Marcus Mariota was still on a rookie contract, which wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
When you consider Tannehill, though, having to have Tannehill's contract with Garoppolo. So depending on how much San Fran, like I mentioned with Tampa Bay, depending on how much San Fran is willing to take on.
But also with the well, yeah, similar, yeah, exactly. But Tampa Bay's is a different situation. I don't see Tom Brady's Tom Brady like that. He's not going to be needed. Jimmy Garoppolo could be needed for Ryan Tannehill,
And I mean,
it's a 1 year deal.
And also, you got to think with Bruce Arians. I mean, he's not there anymore, but Bruce Arians was a guy who liked playing Gabbert. Gabbert went with him to Arizona. No, I'm being serious. Like, he went with him to Arizona, and then when he went to Tampa, he signed Gabbert to be the backup. And I don't know if Todd Bowles feels the same way, but if you already have a valuable option, a guy who knows the system, and playing Gabbert, why would I pay Jimmy Garoppolo X amount of money to come?
Yeah.
But I think we can all agree at least it's going to take an injury for his market to heat up for sure, right?
For sure.
It's going to take a quarterback injury in camp or preseason to like really...
I'd throw another one out, just bearing injury. I mean, but if like something happened to Kirk Cousins in Minnesota.
Yeah, that'd be one because I could not tell you off the top of my head who the backup is.
Arizona.
Kellen Mond.
By Arizona.
Oh, the robot.
What, Arizona?
Hey, they have Colt McCoy.
Yeah, Colt McCoy's actually came in.
I forgot. Yeah, I
And
forgot.
Colt McCoy won games last year, I'll have you know.
Okay. Denver?
Who's
They
the-
have who's their backup?
I feel like it's a younger unknown.
I can't think. But
Is
yeah.
it?
I think it's Brett Rypien.
I wouldn't mind him in Vegas.
Yeah.
The Cavs are going to be kind of crazy.
Vegas, y'all have who's y'all's backup? I know y'all traded for Jarrett Stidham. I don't know if y'all kept him or.
I mean, Derek Carr's definitely the guy. He ain't coming in to compete. Derek Carr's the guy.
Who else did y'all bring in as y'all's backup?
Carolina.
Yeah.
Nah, that's too many.
They got
bro.
enough going on.
Just because, why not?
They got enough going on. It's like that. I mean, he's going to have a market for sure.
Oh, Nick Mullins. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Kenneth. Nick Mullins.
Ew,
He's going to have a market for sure wherever it ends up being.
Yeah, and I think we can all agree that if someone does get hurt, or not when, Jesus, if somebody gets hurt,
Yeah.
that team automatically would be like the prime destination.
And
for
I like
Jimmy
Seattle a
Garoppolo.
lot, but I just don't see them doing division.
I'm gonna hold you to this because I remember y'all said, "Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be starting for San Fran next year. Trey Lance ain't ready. Trey Lance, bro."
We did say
I still
that.
think
I'll
Trey
hold on
Lance,
to it.
when they traded up, bro, I knew he was sitting out his rookie year. That was it. He was not going. There was no way he was.
But
sitting
okay,
out
let's
his
also be
second
honest.
year
Did
in
you
the
expect the San Francisco 49ers to go to the NFC title game?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I changed the whole. If you would told me the Niners were going to finish 9 and
But
Nine wins,
But would
okay.
you also say that Jimmy Garoppolo was the reason they made it to the
I mean, he
championship
made
game?
he made plays.
No.
He made plays though. You can say he made plays in all those games.
Trey Lance can make
But
more
who-
plays.
Exactly. Trey Lance.
He's also younger. You have to go.
win.
That also comes with the turnovers. Jimmy Garoppolo's not gonna turn the ball over like that either.
That's
That
true.
means young
That's
guy,
fair.
especially in the playoffs, first time around. Like we saw Kyler Murray did in the playoffs. First time around in the playoffs.
But it's like,
Think about this team's what's this team looking for? This team's in contention mode, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
if you're talking to a Niner fans thinking about trying to win it all this year. You're not thinking about.
But I
we're
think-
But you
rebuilding.
could also say another situation similar to Kansas City. Kansas City had Alex Smith. Alex Smith got them to the playoffs. I think this first.
I think every year in
divisional
Kansas
round.
City.
Yeah.
Every year in Kansas City, they were in it.
Yeah, pretty much, and they went to the divisional round. I think that year. Kyler Murray or Patrick Mahomes sat on the
And
bench.
That's
people,
true.
people forget Alex Smith that last year in KC, he was MVP candidate talk.
But we're also
Yeah.
my guy who hasn't played football in 2 years. That's not the same as Pat Mahomes.
But also, I think with Jimmy Garoppolo,
Wait,
I
what?
think you know
He hasn't
what
played football in,
you're.
2 years? He didn't play in college last year. He didn't play last year, so he hasn't played really football in 2 years.
He had a couple starts last
Yeah,
year,
okay.
but I mean, I think the Niners know what they're getting with Jimmy Garoppolo. Like you know what the peak Jimmy Garoppolo is, and he's a game manager, a good game manager. He is what he is.
Could it also be though that you just don't want to lose Jimmy Garoppolo for nothing? Because if you say you play him this year, you're not going to re-sign him. So say he plays well, he's walking for nothing. You're not getting anything back for him. You think that could be a part also? That you know, like, okay, I know what this guy is, and he's valuable to some other teams. The teams will want him. I'd rather get something for him now.
And I think for the Niners, it's just a matter of waiting and just kind of seeing if somebody gets hurt. Because you know if somebody gets hurt, Jimmy Garoppolo is the number one option on the
yeah,
market,
absolutely.
whether it's free agents or trading, or Jimmy Garoppolo is the number one option.
That's what I'm saying. I think he would be starting if he didn't have such a trade market that he has. I think he'd be the starting quarterback. The thing is, you have this other guy you're trying to play.
I don't think,
Also,
that,
his
I don't
market
think that's
size.
just the reason.
I don't think it's all the reason, but
I do think Trey Lance is ready to take the reins.
I'm
this
curious to see
True.
Trey Lance. I'm curious to see what. I mean, he's in the one of the toughest divisions. I'm curious to see what it looks like.
True. Last bit of news, NFL-wise, we'll get to. Ron Rivera announced Chase Young, who suffered a torn ACL late in the season last year, could miss up to 4 weeks of the regular season. So it looks like they're not going to rush Chase Young back. It's more about down the road, long haul, the future, rather than trying to rush him back right now, which, cool. Good for him.
Understandable.
So, yeah, so Chase Young could potentially miss the first 2 to 4 weeks of the season. We'll just kind of see how that goes. But
Hey, when's fantasy start, low key?
no, we didn't get that.
I'm ready to win it all this year.
I usually wait to do the drafts until after the preseason.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm gonna
win it all.
get a trophy for us this year.
Okay, bet.
We're gonna have a trophy.
Okay, I'm winning it all. So you know now.
Okay.
Everybody else coming for second.
Okay, Javon. Okay.
DeAndre know what it is. I drive well.
I know what it is.
DeAndre know.
Okay.
I know how to find those sneakers, bro.
You had one good year because you said, "Oh, I'm gonna take Jamar Chase." When
You
I
got
thought it was
Austin
gonna
Eckler. How'd that work out for you?
he actually produced.
Yeah, but you weren't happy with the choice.
Yeah, because it auto
passed a lot of good boys.
Yeah, because it auto drafted for me. But I was fine with Austin Eckler. I would have won one of my fantasy leagues if Derrick Henry never got hurt.
I'm gonna get Odell
Same.
Beckham too.
I was on a roll.
You speaking for?
I'm getting Odell Beckham. Watch.
Okay, Javante. Okay.
He'll be ready. Hey, when he come back, I trust in LSU.
Hey, you know what?
boys.
His mic needs to be muted now. So let's talk about Comic-Con, boys. Obviously, it was a very big week. We have a fun little MCU game we'll get to after that. I'm going to warn you guys now. Black Panther will get heated in here. But I'm going to just say for the sake of time, and for the sake of we don't go through everything Comic-Con went through,
That's fine.
let's just try and stick to the trailer mostly.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
We can talk about T'Challa.
I'm cool.
I'll save it if we have time at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, for sure. But let's get through Comic-Con. What did you guys? I'll throw it to you guys. What were some of the big takeaways from Comic-Con? Because there was a lot.
I like what DC did. I like the Black Adam trailer. I thought it was dope.
The
Cool seeing
Rock's
the,
entrance too was awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
seeing The Rock
he
come
came
out.
in a costume, right?
Yeah, I can tell he really is embracing the role. He's really excited about the role, and that's great. I'm loving that.
I actually heard that DC wasn't planning on being at Comic-Con this year, but the Rock really wanted to do it, so that's probably why.
Smart.
DC
For sure. Because I think Comic-Con. Well, is DC? Do they have actually fans at fandom, or is it all just strictly
It's
online?
Virtual live stream. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I'm sure for The Rock, a guy like Dwayne Johnson who wants that
Wrestler wants that.
the presence, yeah, it makes sense.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
You want to go? I'm gonna keep
Black Adam is cooking.
Oh, by the way, shout out Arlington. They're gonna be the new corporate headquarters of the XFL. I just thought about that.
Oh yeah.
Dwayne Johnson was at ballpark where we used to be at, like last week.
Yep.
I don't know why I just thought of the Rock. It just popped.
That's dope.
Shout out to Arlington. They're growing.
I like
Okay.
that. Dope.
Nice. I like it.
Some more things I liked. I know I gotta take to Marvel. Not even just what Marvel. I just love how Marvel just make all their announcements a show. Like you really get like they're different than everybody. Like that's my complaint with Star Wars. I'll talk about that later. And DC also in a similar way. Not as much because they're trying to rebuild their thing, but Marvel really gets you excited for the next 3 years worth of movies. You're like, oh man, I can't wait till this comes. I can't wait till I see how this connects. They really keep you intrigued. Like even at this point, being 20 plus movies in, we still get hyped for everything. You know what I mean? I love how they do their thing. They have Kevin Feige come out. They got the whole phases, the whole slot. They hide some things, but still like it's just dope to see. So the Marvel definitely took the cake when it came to Comic-Con and Hall H, and showing what the slate was. Now next couple months, all we're gonna talk about is the slate and what's coming next and how this all works together. So love seeing it.
Again, like Marvel, I think they made a great presentation, especially showing their future plans for films. DC was great as well for what they had, what they could show with Black Adam, Shazam. I think both of those will be amazing films. I really like the quality of those films, like especially you see like the lighting and everything. I know like people complain about Marvel and how they've been doing it recently with some of their VFX.
It's
but
all
DC,
it's all CGI.
Yeah, all CGI. But DC actually has some really good quality trailers. Like, I'm impressed by them. They're obviously valuing quality over quantity right now, which is understandable. Right now, they're trying to build their universe, and that's great for them because they need to realize that hey, Marvel is 12 years ahead.
You're not catching Marvel.
You're not catching them up.
You gotta do your own thing.
I mean, I will say DC to me, they fumbled the bag pretty early on. But I think everything post Justice League, starting with, obviously the Snyder Cut and going forward, they've been spot on. I will admit.
I think when they got a new representation. New company bought them.
Yeah.
But also, they understand. Like I think the problem with Zack Snyder's even in his universe was everything was rushed.
Yeah.
You had Darkseid in his first movie already. Like they try to catch up to Marvel so bad and say, "Oh, let's throw Justice League together, throw all this together." Like nothing. Like you had characters that didn't get origin stories. You weren't even have the original. You missing people from the Justice League. So now I feel like there's at the place where like let's make good movies. good content. We can't compete with them. They're ahead of us. They're doing their thing. We're not going to catch them. Let's just make good content and follow our own path, and we'll have something great here.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like with Zack Snyder, like I love Zack Snyder. I love a lot of his films, but that's the only problem I had with like his DC universe was that it was small. You know, like he had Man of Steel, he had Batman vs Superman, and then I'm pretty sure his plan was just Justice League 1, 2, and 3, and that would have been the end of it. That's fine because you know there are franchises that are small. You don't have to make a whole cinematic universe. I don't know why that's the whole standard. Like that's,
But not Justice League.
but
Yeah,
not
Justice League,
Not
my
Justice
guy.
League.
I get it. He was more like a Lord of the Rings. You know, Lord of the Rings capped it off with 3. That was it. The journey from there.
Oh,
from
man,
the
that's what
first
he
to
thought?
The third. That's kind of like how his films.
he was
felt.
wilding. That's what they
that's
say.
That's kind of like how his films felt like.
That's disrespectful.
So now looking at it, where you're building all these characters like Shazam, like Black Adam, you know, I think it creates hopefully a bigger universe where they can do more stories. I hope that they can bring Henry Cavill back as Superman. Now, that was one of the things I was disappointed about from Comic-Con, but hey, there's still hope.
But you can't be mad at them because they never said they were going to do it. So you
That's
can't be
true.
mad.
But and Henry Cavill also could have spoken. up and
Affleck is
said-
back.
Yeah, Affleck is back. That's good. Regarding that, I know they did that because Michael Keaton was originally in the Aquaman. I think it's a post-credit scene or something. But he was originally in it, but then it would have confused fans because
This
the
comes
Flash-
out before Flash,
Yeah, it comes
right?
out before Flash.
Oh,
The Flash
man.
comes
Kid it.
out.
Brother, you hear that? They were going to have Michael Keaton the post-credit scene, bro.
That's because it was the after effect of the Flash movie, but since the Flash got pushed back so many times, now they're changing it to Affleck.
So
So we just
the
need Flash.
Flashpoint's going to keep Michael Keaton around?
The Flash, yeah, I
Yeah.
told you about that.
Or was he Nick Fury?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Oh, I remember you told me that. I thought that was like scrapped.
isn't Keaton Batman and
he's
Batgirl?
Batgirl, yeah, Keaton's in Batgirl. Yeah.
So I mean,
And this was, hey, y'all talking about Marvel. That's crazy. They talking about Marvel and Dog Marvel out, but they talking about all
you treat it like we're good with it. We said it's bad.
Yeah,
okay.
it is
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, I'm talking about Marvel got they.
I don't mind bringing Keaton back to do Batman if it was Batman Beyond. If it was Batman
Right.
Beyond, I would be okay with
They
that.
said Nick
well,
Fury.
Keanu Reeves wants to be that Batman. Apparently,
Yeah,
What's
I don't
he
really know
what?
if I.
Batman.
He wants to be like old
Batman
Batman.
Beyond?
He wants to be like
play
old
an older
Batman.
Batman.
Like, well,
Like I don't know. I don't really know how that would work.
oh,
Like old Bruce Wayne.
hey, Keanu Reeves.
But
will do
I
that?
just think someone needs to tell him that he doesn't get to play Batman.
Nah, bro, he's too cool. Be sitting in a chair
Someone
all
needs to
day,
tell
bro.
Keanu, hey, Keanu, you know.
I mean, he's playing Batman right now in DC Super Pets movie.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, teachers.
Shout out to Keanu. Hey, shout out to that John Wick 4 trailer.
Oh, that shit. Looks
Yeah.
fire.
That look tight. I ain't gonna lie, it looks dope.
Let me ask you this out because we had this when we were talking.
Okay.
About Donnie Yen, Jackie Chan, Jet Li. Who you choosing to save you?
Can't- you can't
You're,
solve
you're, in
Jet
a room,
Li.
you're in a room full of like 10.
Thank you.
Jet Li.
Donnie Yen, bro.
Nah, if it was.
Thank you.
Donnie Yen.
Can't even agree
Jet
with me.
Li.
That's how you know I got
Jet
something
Li.
right.
Jet Li and Jackie Chan
Bro,
clearly stated that Donnie Yen
That don't mean anything.
was
Hey,
the person they looked up to.
That
the
ain't-
most.
Hey,
Okay.
Jet Li's the son of Bruce. That's all I need to know.
Jet Li, bro, Jet Li. in
Or
all
no,
his
is he the
movies,
brother?
Tight.
Is he the brother or son?
Who?
Jet Li. Of Bruce.
Say, hey,
He's the son of Bruce Lee.
he on
They're not related.
Are they not?
Yeah.
Bruce Lee's son died in The Crow. bro.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of.
Bruce Lee
What-
tight
what's
too,
his
though.
name?
His son?
Yeah, what was his son's name?
My phone's dead.
Brandon. No, it was a Brandon Lee. I don't know.
Bruce,
Bruce
the Crow.
Lee's son,
Bruce Lee's son.
the
When I played The
Crow.
Crow got shot on the set. Remember?
Jet Li. No.
No,
We
no.
just said Jet Li.
No. They're not even spelled the same. Oh, God damn it.
Brandon Lee. That's what it was.
Brandon
Okay.
Lee,
Okay.
yeah,
I was
rest
thinking
in
of
peace,
Brandon Lee.
No, Jet Li. I told Johnny. Hey, Kenneth said I prefer Kobe over Michael Jordan. Though Kobe looked up to Michael Jordan. Oh, I know that one hurt him too. 'Cause he liked Michael Jordan. So
Actually,
much.
wait. So you say Jet Li?
Hell yeah, I said Jet
And
Li
you
was-
say-
I don't think the quote was they looked up to him, but I think it was something along those lines where like, hey, Donnie,
I changed my
Donnie-
answer.
Look at my
My answer's Jackie Chan now.
Look, hear me out.
Jackie
Though.
Chan's too funny for
Have
me. I'm
y'all
like, bro, I
ever-
want somebody hell business. Jet Li, he
That's why. That's why.
I
That's
used
why
to have Jet Li.
I want the funny man. To, I want the.
When Jet Li come in to handle business.
No, I
Daddy was like, I
want.
don't want no trouble.
I want the funny man. I want some Rush Hour stuff to happen to me.
Nah, I need Romeo Must Die. I need Jet Li.
Bro,
The one.
Hey, y'all see the Jackie Chan Adventures?
Jackie Chan's tight, but Jackie Chan getting by Jet Li, bro.
Have you heard of that story with Donnie Yen and his girlfriend at the time?
Mm-mm.
Back when he was like young. Okay, so he was at like a nightclub and these like gangsters was like hitting on his girl and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and they were harassing her. So next thing you know, when him and his girlfriend are leaving the club, they ended up attacking them both. And there's like I'm pretty sure about 10, 12 guys.
You finna tell me you finna mark them all?
Donnie Yen put 8 of them in the hospital. Huh?
MIA.
Something
Hey,
along those lines.
that's all cool and all, but Jet Li, that guy, bro. Jet Li was on Expendables, bro. I know Jet Li built like that.
okay.
bro.
Donnie Yen was an IP man.
Despite that story,
Donnie Yen's tight, but Jet Li to me, especially me, Jet Li was that guy coming up. Like Jackie Chan's cool too. I love Jackie Chan, but he's too funny. I'm like, bro, I need some serious. Jet Li was.
I need
Jet
funny
Li's
to
all
save
business.
me.
Jet Li ain't cracking no jokes. All business. There you go.
You see, you can have that. I want Jackie Chan to
Bro,
crack
I
some
love
jokes.
Remember Must Die, my movie, bro. I love that movie.
Hey man.
I need.
Like, you bleeding now, huh, Alex?
Jackie, my liver.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
I
well,
love.
at least we can all agree that it definitely ain't Jackie.
But I love Rush Hour.
No,
though.
I want Jackie.
I love
Oh,
Rush
yeah,
Hour
okay,
movies.
well, you true.
I want
Yeah,
Jackie Chan to
yeah,
save
yeah.
Hey,
me.
Rush Hour is one of my favorite.
He gotta be different. You know, he gotta be different. Jackie
I-
Chan, you with Jet Li at first. He was with us at first. He said,
Well, I thought it was the son of Bruce, but then I realized that was Brandon Lee.
Bruce
Yeah.
Lee tight too though.
Bruce Lee tough, yeah.
It's pretty crazy. They both died the same way.
Yeah,
John Wick 4 looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited for that.
Didn't Dungeons and Dragons premiere too?
Yep.
yeah.
No, I never played that.
I mean,
but,
if you're
neither.
a medieval fan, like a part of, like you love the Middle Ages,
hey,
you
I'm,
got
I'm
Dungeons and Dragons, you got Game of Thrones prequel series,
Yeah.
House
Lord of
of
the
the
Rings.
Dragons, Lord of the Rings coming out. So
and if you live in Dallas, you can go to Medieval Times.
yes, there you go.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, I like the World of Warcraft movie, but I don't know anything about World of Warcraft like that. So for me, that movie's like cool. So I'll probably be the same thing with this thing when it comes to this. 'Cause I don't know anything about the game, so I'll probably just go in there with an open mind, like, okay, this is
Yeah,
cool.
we're gonna be saying, oh yeah, this movie's amazing. And then the real Dungeons.
No, I told
They're
people
gonna come and say, "Oh no, that was totally
in
not
the video,
accurate."
No, in the video I said in the video, I was like, hey y'all, I don't know anything, so y'all hardcore fans, y'all can go and correct me.
Most of the hardcore fans are loving it because it's supposed to feel like you're with your friends, and this is like the imagery of like.
So this is good. People like this. Okay, there we
It's
go.
almost like Jumanji, but with Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm glad that people are liking this because I know World of Warcraft got a lot of hate. I mean, Paula Patton could look more like an ogre. They could have fixed her, made her look more like an ogre. But I like that movie for what it is. But I'm glad. I hope this does well, man. I got a good cast to it, a lot of good actors. I hope it, succeeds.
Yeah.
Johnny
Oh.
thought Jumanji was a board game before it was a book.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He thought it was a board game. It was
No,
a book
no,
first.
it was a book first before the movie.
Wait, really?
I thought it was inspired by the board game, but apparently it was inspired.
It was
by
a
the
book.
Really?
first.
Yeah, they made the board game after the movie.
So I've learned today Bruce Lee's real son's name is Brandon, and
Yeah,
Jumanji
bro.
is not
From the
based
Crow.
on the board game.
Yep.
The things you learn every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what other.
Game of Thrones looks amazing. I'm excited for it. Even though I hate
Yeah.
that last season of Game of Thrones, I'm back.
Yeah, no one talks about that.
Yeah, I'm back for this new story. I'm actually really excited to see that black man with the black Targaryen. I'm curious to see what he's about.
I mean, we don't know if he's a Targaryen.
He has gray hair like the rest of them. He has a silver hair like the rest of them. He has silver hair too.
I mean,
Hey, kids, you watch the Game of Thrones? You watch Game of Thrones trailer?
He could just be an old black man. But,
Do you think that black guy's a Targaryen, bro? He looked like the Targaryens like the rest of
I
them.
mean, he could be just an old black man.
I remember seeing so many white people. I forgot it was a black.
No, bro, the black guy, he got that silk like he had like hair like bro. I got
He had dreads.
and he was bro. It's like silver though, like the rest of their hair. It's like theirs. It's like that white color,
He could just be old, but I mean,
bro. They all got white hair too. You say they old too?
but they actually.
And he's fine in war, so he's still fine. He has a night outfit on. Yeah, you go right
Hey,
there.
look, that looks like any
That's
other.
like everybody else. He looks just like the rest of the crew.
So you're telling me
Look,
that looks like
he looks just like the rest of them. He has a hair like the rest of them, bro. He's Targaryen.
Looks like Heimdall.
I'm all for. I want to know more about him.
Okay.
That's pretty cool to me.
Hey, somebody got to answer some questions.
Hey,
They just look and go, you know what? Where did you come from?
Where did you come from?
And how did you get like
But he
this
got-
high of
but
authority?
even at the end of the trailer, they show him like with the armor. So he's gonna go fight. Also, he's still fine. He no old, just like sit back, lay back.
Oh, yeah,
man.
he's definitely a character where I'm like most interested.
Oh yeah,
in
I'm most
learning
intrigued
about.
because he's gonna be doing a lot. It's like he can have a lot of moments in this show. But I'm excited for this show. It looks good.
Just when I thought I was out.
Yeah, they
No,
brought
Game
it
of
back
Thrones
in
pulled
with the
you back
16
in.
dragons, just like a different storyline. I hope
17 dragons.
17 dragons. I hope it's a fresh story. It's gonna be fresh, new. And I've gotten to Game of Thrones late, so this is like my first time being able to watch it like with everybody live on. I mean, I watched the last two seasons with everybody, but like
People
before
weren't
that was
happy.
behind.
That wasn't a happy time.
No, that last season was horrible. I'm not gonna lie. And I just got on. I was like, no, this ain't
Yeah.
it.
I'm glad I
But-
didn't experience.
Oh,
the
speaking of
Reigns
that.
Castamere with everybody.
Jon Snow getting a show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his own spinoff, right?
I hope it's him as a wildling.
Bruh, disservice. Even though, like, sure, it's nice to see a Jon Snow again. It's just disappointing to see he's back with the damn Night Watch.
He's not with the Night Watch, with the wildlings.
Okay, but you know,
There is no
like,
Night Watch.
he's past the wall. That's what I meant. That's
Yeah,
what I meant.
yeah.
He's back.
That's where he
trying to do
belongs.
his-
That's where he belongs. That's best for
You
him.
set him up for so much more, only to him to end up.
Let me ask you guys this: am I the only one thinking why did Agatha get her own show on
We
Disney?
knew she was gonna get. I think actually the reason. I think this is what's gonna happen.
I mean, that's a lot of people.
Let me
Shit,
explain.
Like, I don't.
Echo.
I think Agatha plays a role in the future though, because I think with Scarlet Witch dying, or supposedly
she ain't
dying,
dead.
well, supposedly going away. I think possibly the curse is lifted. So now I think Agatha could low-key make her own cult with the people maybe of the town
Yeah.
and do something like that.
Yeah,
CGI
she all look
Daredevil?
tight.
CGI Daredevil?
Let me CGI Daredevil.
In this trailer, he's like entirely CGI.
Yeah, that flip was.
That flip was
CGI,
pretty
but-
bad.
Oh, it's a trailer, guys.
But hey, I
Let-
mean,
let me ask you,
18.
what do you think about She-Hulk? Like, what do you think about like her
looks hot.
look? The CGI.
She's hot, bro.
I'm sorry, what you say? Javante just threw. Okay, no, well, repeat
Look at
that.
She hot.
What do you think? What do you think about her CGI?
It looks better. Like, I
In
mean,
the first trailer, yeah, I can see. That.
yeah. Compared,
The eyes
and
look
also, I think with the Hulk and She-Hulk, like, you can't really makeup and prosthetic that. Like, it's got to be entirely CGI.
I mean, you could put makeup on her.
But I wouldn't
But
look
it-
right on
but it
screen.
wouldn't
Yeah.
look- it wouldn't look
You
right.
could do it the same as Gamora, but just CGI the muscles.
But that's still not gonna look right.
That
Gamora's
wouldn't look
straight
right.
just makeup, bro. It's not gonna look right. It's just,
That wouldn't look
that wouldn't
right.
look right on screen.
It look all choppy and like
yeah, visually
stupid.
it won't look.
It looked like someone's poor cosplay of She-Hulk.
Yeah, it wouldn't look.
so
right.
it wouldn't look right. But this is
That looks good. I think that looks good for what the Hulk
I don't have a
is.
problem with this. Like at first, yes, there was a problem.
Huh.
They fixed the eyes up a little bit, but she looks. I mean, that's what
That
what you
looks
expect,
fine.
bro. It's a character that's a fucking Hulk. What you expect?
Huh. Okay.
Like
It
what?
looks fine.
Gamora is straight makeup everywhere. Nebula is straight makeup everywhere. Like those guys, they're smaller frames, so they don't have to do anything extra. She's a bigger woman.
She's Hulk.
You have to do. Yeah, you gotta have the muscles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
And
have
the
a problem
choreography
with it.
she's probably gonna do. Come on now. Like
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I think it's fine, honestly.
Um,
But seeing Daredevil, I think was pretty cool.
Seeing Hulk, they massacred my boy, man. They disrespected.
Yeah, they can't do a whole lot because of the rights.
That's why I tried telling him, you don't
there's some
understand, bro.
bullshit.
You
bro.
know that.
But hearing Daredevil's getting a show, 18 episodes, kind of curious about that. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of episodes.
that
This
is.
is produced by. This is produced by who?
What?
Daredevil?
It ain't Netflix, is
It's
it?
Disney.
Okay.
Marvel.
Yeah, so I'm still unsure about it, but we'll see.
I will say,
Bro, this is my thing, Johnny. I'm gonna rip you, bro, because they just put all that stuff on Netflix now. So I don't know why you over here thinking, oh, they're gonna make it childish and everything.
Hey,
I
You was
will
a hater,
say,
bro.
you
Say
mean,
he
they,
hates,
you mean
bro.
they put it all on Disney Plus?
I'm
Oh, Disney
actually
Plus
excited
not
about. I'm excited about the animated shows Marvel's putting out.
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
Zombies is gonna be
So
TVMA.
mature. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm
saying.
excited about that. I expect to see some heroes get gored up.
I really do hope they continue with that TV mature shit. I think Zombies,
Yeah.
I hope that they continue with that. I hope Moon Knight season 2, that shit better be R-rated, bro. Like, because that shit, this is gonna test the level of brutality and all this in season 1.
That's also different because
Wasn't it?
the character wasn't the brutal character. Now we have the brutal character coming, so now it makes a
True.
little more sense
Okay.
to show that.
So if
True.
they do it,
Yeah,
I
okay.
hope they do it.
As far as that, I know we saw that I Am Groot trailer. That's be a little fun little show. I think it's more like for just the I Am Groot fans like that.
It's a filler.
My girlfriend's excited about it, yeah.
It's a
I think I
filler.
heard we'll see a Rocket in this also though.
From what I've heard about the Guardians 3
I'm excited
trailer,
for it. It's gonna be fire.
Guardians
Hey,
3 is gonna
kid,
make me depressed.
Guardians gonna be fire. It's going dark, bruh.
Yeah, Guardians 3 is going.
I heard
dark.
Rocket's gonna die possibly, bro.
I
They
think
said people think Rocket's gonna die.
I think a lot of people are
You
gonna
said
die.
Rocket or Rocky?
Rocket.
Oh, I'm about to say, okay, yeah,
A
right.
lot of people think Rocket's gonna die because the villain's the creator of him. Like
Also, I'm intrigued by Ant-Man,
Ant-Man.
and from what I heard from the trailer,
Yeah, that's another one, bro. They said that
I
was
heard
dark.
Ant-Man's
They
gonna
said
be
that's
dark.
They said it's different. They said it's a different tone than what we're used to from the first two. Yeah, it's gonna be dark. They said
Also-
so- and it has King the Conqueror in it. And that scene that they show, the little Comic Con scene where he's like, Scott Lang's like, I'm an Avenger. He's like, did I kill
No,
you before? Or something like that.
Scott says, "I'm an Avenger," and Kang goes, "I'm a conqueror."
Yeah.
And then at the end, Kang says, "Did I already kill you, or
Yeah,
have I
that's just
killed you
kinda
yet, or
old,
whatever?"
Man. King gonna be tight, bro.
I
King's
will
gonna be tight.
say, I'm excited for Secret Invasion as well, because from what the directors have said, it's giving off serious Winter Soldier vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
excited about like
for,
that.
And speaking of Winter Soldier, Captain America: New World Order. That
Yes.
sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah,
too.
and that's gonna take the Thunderbolts. I think that's connected right to Thunderbolts.
So,
Yep.
The Thunderbolts show. So Thunderbolt movie.
X-Men 97. I don't think I
That'd
have
be
to say
fun.
much
That'd be
else.
fun.
Cool leaked image. As far as the images, storyline, Magneto being the leader of the X-Men.
Leading off where the original series ended, yeah.
which makes sense.
I'm ready for the live action stuff to come later on. I know it's gonna be like a while, but
They can't.
yeah,
actually
that's like
until
10 years.
20
But I'm
No,
excited.
5 years, something like that. 8
Well,
years for the
'cause
contracts.
2020. Yeah, 2025.
Just wait for the contracts to all.
I'm
go
just
out.
excited for like some like, I know it kind of is tied, but I'm happy for some non-MCU animated content. Because I think that's where Marvel can gain some ground as far as, I mean, DC hasn't made any. They're not gonna catch up live action movie wise, but what have we always said?
Yeah.
Animated shows, animated movies, video games.
No, hell, not
DC.
video games. Spider-Man's fire, bro. That's Marvel.
But they've had the Arkham series for a while.
I'll take them Spider-Man games over Arkham.
But I'm just saying, animated.
Huh?
The Spider-Man games are better than. You know the Spider-Man games over Arkham? The Arkham series?
No,
You
I'm
should-
taking Arkham.
Arkham was revolutionary at the
Yeah,
time.
Arkham.
But I'm excited for.
Spider-Man's good. I didn't
I'm excited for
The
some animated
Arkham's
content.
done though. I mean, that new Arkham game nobody's excited about. I ain't heard nobody say anything about the new Arkham.
Oh, Gotham
That's
Knights.
because it's not even. It doesn't even take place.
Okay,
with
so
the
what I'm saying,
Arkham
when
universe.
Spider-Man gets this last game with Miles Morales and Spider-Man, with Venom in it,
yeah,
He's you're
No,
not wrong.
But what I'm saying is the new Arkham Knights game, whatever is it, Gotham Knights?
Gotham
Gotham
Knights.
Knights. It doesn't even take place within the Arkham universe that we just completed.
I thought it did because Batman did.
Nah,
No.
it's actually a different story.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why
It's
they
not.
didn't do that.
Okay.
But I believe Justice League kills Suicide Squad kills the Justice League is set in the Arkham verse.
Yeah, I'm
Which-
not excited for that really.
Doesn't make sense, but oh well.
But I give you shit about the cartoons. The cartoon that's
Yeah,
the way to have
like-
more animated stuff.
yeah, I'm excited for animated
and what if's
content.
getting a season 2 and 3. So what if
Actually, people, I don't know why people crapped on What If, but like I
like what if.
enjoy What If.
They dogged
They're
Thanos
fun.
out,
They're
but-
fun alternate storylines.
I liked some of the storylines. There were some where I was like, okay, do I really need
Captain
this?
Carter.
The Thor party one.
I mean, that makes sense.
They've-
That's
Yeah,
that's
they've-
Thor.
We're,
Okay.
we're gonna play this game in a little bit.
Um,
I'm gonna
Um,
no. Go ahead.
Well, no, I also like the seriousness, like the zombies. I just thought I wish they would have took it more serious.
Well, I think they're gonna take it up a
yeah,
step
it was like
notch.
a little like,
In the show.
This is team mature. The new one's team mature.
Yeah.
So do way more.
So yeah, I'm
And
happy.
they advertised that damn Peter Parker with the cape on, like that's some shit. They
It
did
is.
that to sell toys.
It's also It's like that's actually a costume that he has though. That's actually a version of Spider-Man.
The Mystic
Yeah,
Sorcerer
that's
Supreme.
actually a version of him. So
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
accurate.
okay.
Also Blade. So excited for Blade going to movie theater is it November next year?
Yes.
I
I'm,
mean,
ex-
so.
I'm excited for that. I think that's gonna be dope. I don't think
based on the rumors, because I heard that they casted Anthony Starr to play Dracula. Which Anthony Starr, if you don't know him, plays Homelander in The Boys. Amazing actor. Watch him. Not even just The
Superb
Boys.
villain.
hey,
Yes, not even just The Boys. Watch.
Thank you, Ken. Shout out to you. Put that the phases.
Watch Banshee as well. That's a really good show that he was in. Amazing in both of those.
I just want to know where's my Armor Wars update.
I think that's coming this year. I think that's gonna come probably
Yeah,
soon. That's
that
why
It
they
was
have to do
announced
it.
like 3 years
It's coming
ago.
soon. It's coming soon. Well, COVID
It-
also threw everything off a little bit too, but
It is.
Blade, Marshall
Me-
Ali's gonna do an amazing job. I'm excited for that. And I know your boy from The Boys was joining up, but hey, Marvel be doing their thing when it comes to casting, so I'm excited for that. He's gonna be dope.
So
So hold on, Marvel does this thing when it comes to casting, so they can't cast.
See how you wanna go to it, bro? Like you try to solve problems,
I'm kidding.
bro.
I'm holding off. I'm holding
let's
off.
let's dive into this Black Panther trailer then. Obviously.
Oh, can I do my PSA after then?
Oh, you want to do it now?
Yeah,
go
okay.
ahead.
Let me
Do it
problem.
now.
Okay, because we were talking about Marvel and everything. Shout out to Marvel, shout out to DC. Star Wars. We need to have a
Uh-oh.
conversation.
Uh-oh.
I love Star Wars. I think we all can agree. When Star Wars is on point, it's being Marvel, it's being DC. But it ain't been on point.
Yeah.
We're canceling things every time. Look, I ain't heard nothing about the Patty Jenkins movie. I ain't heard nothing about that Game of Thrones movie. I ain't heard nothing. What was it?
Yeah, you mean the Game of Thrones creators?
Yes.
behind them.
There.
They dropped out of it. That's been
Exactly.
That's been-
Ryan Johnson ain't heard nothing about his trilogy. The Knights of the Old Republic got canceled also.
No,
It got
it's
delayed.
delayed.
Delayed. Well, hey,
Indefinitely.
delayed for them means canceled, bro. A lot of
Indefinitely
us get delayed, it never comes out. My problem is this, bro. Star Wars is too big and too popular to be getting sunned everywhere it goes. It got sun. We haven't said anything about Star Wars at San Diego Comic-Con. We didn't say anything. And if you're gonna say D23 gonna be their spot, what they gonna show us? Mandalorian, Ahsoka. I'm tired of that kind of crap, bro. Show me some movies. Marvel's gonna come out with the Ant-Man trailer and probably some other fight. They're probably gonna get some more shows and more movies that are coming out and take over D23 also. Star Wars, man. Hey, look, Auntie Kathleen. I ain't got no personal problem with you, but damn it, we gotta get on board with these movies, man. Like Star Wars is too big to be on just TV. I'm tired of just talking about the Mandalorian show. I'm tired of talking about Boba Fett show. I'm tired of talking about Ahsoka show. Let's get the movies, bro. There's too many stories out there you could tell, and Star Wars is too big of a franchise to be going on TV only. That's one. That's not. And I got one more point. When you cast these directors and writers, don't grab from Marvel. Don't be grabbing these big names that just, they're a big name. Bring them on over. I want you to do your research, your homework. Get people that actually fit what we're trying to do over here at Star Wars. Taika Waititi made no sense. He still don't make sense. And I don't think he's getting a movie no more. I think that movie's going to get delayed, which means canceled pretty much. I don't think he made sense. Just because Marvel had a great Ragnarok and he was successful and made a lot of money, he did not need to be in Star Wars. He don't need to make a Star Wars movie. Go find people who actually have creative mindsets that know Star Wars.
Or a Thor movie anymore.
Yeah, people don't want Thor. I think this movie, hey, bro, I don't know about the Star Wars no more. But I'm just saying, they always go for these big-time directors. The guy from Game of Thrones. They go for these big-time people like, they're big on the headlines. They need to start paying people that fit with what we're trying to do over here. It's like the Lakers in basketball. Go get all the big names, and it never fits. Get people that actually fit when it comes to Star Wars, bro. Get people who care about the franchise. Get people who have creative thoughts, who think constantly what you're doing, what you want to create over here. And that's it, bro. Stop giving these big names and just big names that you aren't going to use. Patty Jenkins was brought because Wonder Woman was so great. Where's her movie? Not getting put out. Ryan Johnson was cool. I thought Ryan Johnson's trilogy could be fire. I didn't like his movie because it didn't fit with the rest of the trilogy. But Star Wars, we gotta get together, bro. I love Star Wars. My favorite franchise. It could be the best franchise if it's done right. And I'm tired of seeing it being done poorly. I'm tired of not having no movie. I'm tired. The only thing we're getting excited for is Mandalorian Season 3 and Boba Fett and Ahsoka. Where's the new stories, bro? Where's the pushing and the creating? Marvel does a great job of pushing the stories forward. Sure, we have these characters that come over sometimes, but they push out new characters, new stories, new thoughts. Star Wars is still stuck in the same time period. We're still stuck in this damn Clone War, a little bit past the Clone War. Skywalker saga. I'm ready to get out of that shit. Get us out of there. Either we're going forward or back. 100 years forward, 100 years back. But I'm tired of being a part of it. We need to do better, Star Wars. And I hope D23 comes out, and I hope y'all do something nice at D23. I don't think y'all can take over Marvel, because Marvel's going to come with some bangers, because that's how they do. And that's another thing. One more thing also. I'll be done. Y'all need to get better at who y'all have presenting this stuff out here. Marvel gets Kevin Feige come out, everybody get hyped up to see the slate. We need that for Star Wars, bro. Who gets hyped up at Star Wars? Unless it's Star Wars Celebration. Who getting hyped up? We ain't getting hyped up for nothing, bro. They ain't dropping no project. We ain't getting excited for anything. I'm not looking forward to anything from Star Wars. Can't make a point earlier. He talking about, hey, bro, every day life ain't promised. We talking about movies for now, not 5 years away from now. Star Wars hasn't announced anything, bro. I don't know what the ideas are. That's another problem. Marvel at least tells us, to get this idea, hey, this is what we're thinking about doing, this is what we're possibly planning. We have a whole little layout, what we want to do for the next 5 years worth of movies. Star Wars don't know what they want to do. It's kind of what DC was doing, but it's worse because Star Wars, there's so much open stuff to mess with and so much stuff you could create because Star Wars, we only touched one Skywalker saga, that's it. There's comics out there. There's all games. There's so much stuff out there you could take from, bro. There's no excuse for why we're in this position right now. Kathleen, I still love you. You can still come to the barbecue, but you got to be better. I mean, I be inviting Uncle Kev, bro. I got to keep all my Disney people together, bro.
Fuck no, she get discarded.
Hey, he's speaking facts, though.
Tell me I wasn't preaching. I was preaching the good gospel.
He's speaking facts.
He's
facts.
That was facts, bro. I was disappointed.
It's kind of weird.
I will say that we are getting something at least different, which is the Acolyte.
That's TV,
hold
bro.
on. Let me get somewhere.
Go
with
ahead.
this. But we're getting the Acolyte series, and that's a series about. I'm pretty sure. Last time I heard, it's like Sith Lords and shit before the Rule of Two and everything. Amanda Steinberg or whatever her name is, Rue from Hunger Games, Hate You Give. She's starring in it. That is at least something that takes place 100 years before. No, I'm not saying that just because of that. Oh, we should be happy with Star Wars. I'm saying though, at least that's something that's new, that's different. It's 100 years before. It doesn't involve the Skywalker saga. So hopefully that can correlate and transpire to some movies. Like maybe
why can't that be a movie?
Something, huh?
Why can't that be done into the movie? That's what I'm saying, bro. Star Wars is too big to be just going on TV all the time. This ain't The Boys. No shout to The Boys. This ain't The Boys. This ain't
a prime original.
These aren't all these shows, bro. This ain't this ain't. I mean, Lord of the Rings did it, but they got a lot of budget to that. This is Star Wars, bro. This is just made for the big. I remember Star Wars December is back in the day when the trilogy December. That's Star Wars time. Mm-hmm. We don't have that no more, bro. Yeah. Star Wars is best when you see that in a big theater with my popcorn, my cherry Coke. Max surround sound.
Da, da,
Yes.
da.
And
No.
act like you talk about that show. That sounds like a great show. I'm not knocking it, but I want more movies. I'm tired of just watching TV.
I agree with you. I agree. I'm not.
And
I'm
it's
not
like-
disagreeing.
And
with
Star
you
Wars
there.
has butchered it so many different times.
They
like,
got complacent,
they
bro.
got everything. I mean, like, example, they had a trilogy planned for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's like
Yeah.
a character that big, that much history involved in the
How
Skywalker
much money did you made
saga.
in the box office for the Obi-Wan
A
trilogy?
trilogy,
We there.
we there.
Yeah.
Despite
Kid,
the failure,
we there.
despite the failures of the trilogy, the new trilogy,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Like, and then
I
you
agree.
and imagine the budget for that kind of trilogy.
Facts.
But then you come out and give Obi-Wan Kenobi a six show season,
And now you're talking about doing season 2
less of a
possibly.
budget than Mando season 3. And like, I love Mando's great, but I can only take so much more Baby Yoda down my throat.
That's
like,
another thing.
Move on. Like,
All this
Yeah.
cuteness. That's all we want to sell to us. Cuteness. Baby Yoda. All this cute
like that's
stuff.
why I'm kind of worried about Mando, because it's like, are we gonna get any more development or story, or is it gonna
Yeah.
be just more of Mando and Grogu
That's what
going on
they lean on.
adventures?
Mando's
And
been-
that's what I'm saying. I completely agree on all those points, and that's why I brought up the Acolyte, because I said you mentioned like
It's
hey,
different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at least
I'll give you
that's
that.
something that's different. Now that's one thing that crossed off. Like, hey, we're at least trying some shit that's in a new time period.
But
If-
but this
Make it a hero thing.
But this is also
Yeah.
my thing also. That's fine. But like, Disney's a big company. I know there's a lot of people working on Star Wars. We can't have multiple things going at the same time. Marvel does it. Marvel got TV shows going, movies going. We only got shows. That's it. We can't do movies at the same time. We can't have people doing creative thoughts.
Well,
That's my problem.
I think we needed.
This is who
Overhaul.
Owns, who owns Star Wars again? Disney.
Well, I think we.
This is your biggest property next to Marvel.
I think we need to look at the people in charge.
Yeah.
That's
Well, we know
Kathleen's
Kathleen
fault.
Kennedy. They just give her extension, but also we need to hold ourselves accountable as fans, guys. I'll talk about you maybe a little bit too. We gotta hold these shows accountable. When they mess it up, we gotta talk that noise and talk bad about it. We can't be over here just support and say, oh, but it give me the feel, it give me that give me that nostalgia, give me that eye candy. We can't be doing that. That's part of the problem. They think we see that eye candy, we're like, oh yeah, we love this stuff. They keep doing that, they love it. They keep doing it. That's the problem with Mando.
I don't know what you're talking
That's what
about.
happened with Mando. Mando season 1 was fire. Mando season 2 is cool. But all that Baby Yoda stuff, oh, Baby Yoda's so amazing. He's selling all the toys. Put him in Boba Fett.
Baby Yoda should not have been in the next season.
No,
Facts.
Agreed.
Baby Yoda's in Boba Fett. He's in everything, bro. It's like, bro, I'm tired of this now.
That was the whole point of Mandalorian season 2 and why that ending was so epic, because it was emotional. But to find out, they get reunited 3 months later. Like, come on now.
And I'm hoping that-
And a whole another character's show, I might add.
Yes.
And Boba
oh,
Fett.
man. Yes. Boba Fett. And they talk about getting him a season 2. Oh,
I mean,
I
and-
don't know if I want it. You don't mess that character up too much, bro. Man, walking around with no helmet on, bro.
Talking about respect and
Oh, bro.
Star Wars has their problems, and I mean,
They got a hella problem because they have no way of, they don't know where they're going. Kevin Feige's a diehard Star Wars and Marvel fan. He know where he's trying to take this. He was working with the Fantastic Four originally back when they were Fox, all that stuff. He had ideas already of how I want to do this, where I want to take this, where I can take this. And he's changed the game. Where's the guy for that for Star Wars that can come in there and say, I'm taking over the game. I can change everything. I love Dave Filoni. We love Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. I think they still like being more involved with like projects and stuff like that and directing and stuff. But we need somebody who can come in there. Hey guys, this is what people want. This is what we need to do. This is what we're going with. And that's what we
True.
need. We need some organization up in there.
true.
That's fair. Yeah.
And it's sad, bro. 'Cause I haven't watched. I haven't watched none of them shows again, bro. I watched them shows one time. I watched Obi-Wan again. I didn't watch Boba Fett again. I just go back to watching my prequels and my original trilogy. I barely watched. I don't watch a new trilogy like that unless it's the last one or the first one.
I watched Obi-Wan again.
Yeah, hey, you might be part of the problem. We gotta get people like you fixed. Yeah, bro, all that eye candy. They sell you on eye candy.
I just
What
really,
you say when you did the you
I-
all like, oh,
I-
they sold you. That's what I'm saying. That's how stuff they do. And they like, oh, that's people like that. That's cool.
I just really like
You saw that
Obi-Wan.
fan film they made? Somebody made a fan film 10 times better, bro.
Oh, it was, yeah.
That's disgraceful. We got people on the internet at the house, not saying they can't do it, at the house making
Just
better
cutting
Star
it
Wars
up and
content than
editing.
Disney. We got a problem.
Well, again, like, and they got scared off because of Solo, and it's like Solo
That was
was
us put our
not.
foot down.
Solo was not a bad movie.
But we had to put our foot down.
True, and they got problems nonetheless.
And I get the Star Wars fan base is toxic. I know it can be kind of toxic, but god damn it, if you do it right, nobody will complain. Well, people probably still complain. But if you do it right, we ain't gotta have these kind of discussions, bro. We ain't gotta have all these people talking toxic and all this other kind of stuff. You have to do something right.
I say it's toxic because there's not a lot of content though. Like people probably complain about one thing and they'll be like, well, I am a fan of this series. So,
Yeah.
but like it's just one thing.
And you know what else toxic coming from? When you try to recreate characters, like try to take old characters that we love and know and try to change stuff about them or try to bring them back and stuff like that, and they change all of a sudden. I'd rather you just go, if you take some future content, some past content, and nobody know about this stuff, it'd be tight. Nobody don't care. Fire. Because Boba Fett, what's the biggest problem with Boba Fett? People that love Boba Fett, I never loved him like that anyway, but people thought, oh, Boba Fett's so cool. He got the comics. He's so cool, bro.
So
Then
mysterious.
you watch that damn show, what you get? Huh? I am Boba Fett.
Personally,
Like a bantha.
Personally, I like Boba Fett after Robot Chicken. That was my time.
I'm just saying, bro. Like Boba
Back
Fett.
from the dead, hey-ho.
We got the man walking around with no helmet on and stuff. Bro. I'm like, Boba Fett, that ain't Boba Fett, bro. Even Tamara Moore said he's talking too much in the show.
I want to give respect to these criminals. It's like,
Oh,
you
man,
are one.
Put the helmet on, bro. You didn't even get the last. You didn't even. Oh, come on, bro. Yeah. Cad Bane was the only thing that was good about the show. He looked cool.
I'm gonna get attacked by these people and have my helmet on.
Yeah, bro. Then they got the shields on. You can't fly. You got the jetpack. You can't go fly in the air and get away from them. Then you get hit one time. About to take. All right, about to take. In the take again, bro. Come on. No. We can't be taking this stuff no more, bro.
straight facts.
And the funny part, Johnny changed up on me. First time we did a review. Oh, season finale wasn't that bad, bro. It wasn't that bad. Go back and watch the video. Season finale ain't that bad, bro. It's not that bad.
It wasn't. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't bad. It wasn't. I wasn't terrible. Like
Hey,
you were making it out to be like that shit was complete ass.
That was that.
Kid it.
Robot was right there.
Yeah, no, kid. Only two robots. What the budget at? 2 robots right about the stage. We got 2 big robots. That's it. Nothing else.
And the robots were skipping like they'll be down the mile, like way down the highway, and then the robots just right by.
Then you got the soldiers, the rebels over there just hide out, running around. Pull, hide. That shit got boring after a while. Then the Power Rangers come back around.
It was worse than Thor. Nick, you did a spin.
He did a spin.
A whole
Yeah.
360 spin.
Bro, it was bad. It was all bad. Then you got he finally rides the beast,
Rancor.
the Rancor. He finally rides the Rancor, and who takes the Rancor down? Baby Yoda. Come on.
That's
And they
probably
made Baby
that's
Yoda
probably
and then Baby Yoda fall asleep right next to it to be like, oh, it's so cute, man. Get the hell up out of
it's
here. I ain't
probably where
falling for
like
that shit
it's
no
probably
more.
where half the budget went for Boba.
The Rancor.
No, the Baby Yoda slowing down
Probably,
the
bro. That's my problem, bro. Star Wars make too damn. That's all this merch you sell, all this money you make off merch and stuff like that. There's no reason why the budget gotta be slacking on episodes. Same with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I had to rip it, bro. Yeah.
Very quickly before we get into our little game here, Black Panther.
Oh God. Well, do you want to do the game
Oh,
first?
no, I'm talking the trailer. Hold on. I'm talking the trailer.
Just the trailer. Just how much time we got, Kendall?
Because I feel like if I talk about the trailer,
What
then
would
I'm
it-
talking-
I'll be quick. I'll be quick.
Just
Just,
if I talk about- I'm
just give
telling
me
you
your
right now.
quick thoughts on the
I'm
trailer.
telling you
Okay.
right now, because if I talk about the trailer, I'm probably gonna lead more into some other
See,
shit.
that's what I'm
So-
saying. He can't talk. It might be his
DeAndre, give me
This is my-
10 words or less your thoughts on the trailer.
Oh my God! Come on now.
Let me talk about the trailer. I want to talk about it since you want to wait.
The beginning part for bloopers too. So.
Okay. I'll tell you about it. For me, this trailer was beautiful. Let's get past the T'Challa thing, the recast. This trailer is beautiful. The movie looks amazing. It looks better than the first one. I think they've done a lot with the visuals, of course. But I love this scene right here, how the Marvel Studios pops up. I think this is a funeral scene. Looks amazing. Looks beautiful. I love the birth of Namor in the ocean, like in the water.
Killing off a character is
That-
beautiful, but you know.
This is why we can't do that. See, we can't move forward. He's toxic. He's toxic. I'm talking about the trailer. He was talking the same thing, bro.
Oh, okay.
You can't go see this with me, bro. I'm gonna see it by myself. I ain't gonna see this with you, bro. You wildin'. Look, I love this scene right here with Namor. The baby's being born. It's so beautiful. And Namor, I'm so excited for this character. I think he looks so cool. I love the actor that's playing him. 'Cause I remember seeing him in Narcos, Mexico. He was amazing as Rafa.
I like his board shorts.
Yeah, he looks. I love this scene right here. They're riding the whales and stuff like that. And I think it was unique because I know, we had Aquaman and stuff like that, but they really did do something different than Aquaman. They tried to be different, and I like that. Like it feels more like Mayan,
Well, they're
Aztec.
Aztecs. Yeah, they're Aztecs.
I love that. So that's
El
beautiful.
Dorado type.
And I'm gonna love. I think I'm gonna love the Namor story because we're gonna see like his home being burned and like all this right here is beautiful. We're gonna see all him losing his land, family, all that kind of stuff, and basically a little political side like we do with Black Panther always. But this looks amazing, bro.
Yeah.
The Kias looks beautiful. I love what Angela Bassett. She looks amazing in this. The words she used were like they hit you in the heart. You're like, damn.
This will probably be one of Marvel's most emotional movies, I think.
I think it will be, yeah.
'Cause I mean,
You know
really-
what you're going there looking at.
Hey, keep your mouth. If it's not under 10 words, I don't want to hear it.
Okay,
Facts.
all right, go ahead.
But I just think this film is a whole big tribute to Chadwick Boseman and what he has done as a Black Panther, what he means to people who look up to the Black Panther. Keep your mouth quiet, DeAndre.
And you can still
I-
you can still push a story forward too.
I just want to say the music in this trailer,
the Bob Marley.
yeah, everything's gonna be all right. And then it goes to Kendrick,
Oh yeah,
who
yeah.
worked on the first movie.
Yeah, they got Eminem working on the second one. It's kind of crazy.
It was cool.
Also, I would say this, bro. Like, I know people are like, black. Oh, look, the T'Challa. I know we all argue about that and stuff like that. But I think we all want to see this movie just be good and be successful. I think this Namor thing could really do a lot because I think they're gonna do the mutant thing with Namor, of course, make him a mutant. And Doctor Doom, I think, is gonna be in this movie at the end. So I think this movie can still push the MCU further. Sure, we're not getting our Black Panther right now. We want it can still come down the line. We never know. But I still think this movie's gonna be a good movie and be really good for the MCU as far as moving forward. The MCU, I don't think it's a movie that's be like, oh, okay, it's just a Black Panther movie. Let's push this aside. We're never gonna see this again. We don't.
Yeah.
Nothing from this movie's gonna matter besides the Chadwick Boseman tribute. That's it. But I think this movie's gonna actually push us forward in the MCU, and I'm excited for that as well. And this is just amazing. All this is beautiful.
Probably shouldn't have cried a lot during this movie. I'm not gonna lie to
Oh
you.
yeah, it looks beautiful.
Any
And I think that's
thoughts?
the funeral scene actually when they all went in the black.
Any thoughts,
I love
DeAndre?
that.
This trailer.
Trailer
It
alone.
looks beautiful. I'll give it that. Amazing music, all that. Great. I have faith. If it was anybody, Ryan Coogler's the guy I have faith in.
Facts. Did you watch
But-
Comic Con? I cut you off. Did you watch Comic Con when they announced it and stuff? They had the
The
dude singing and
African,
stuff?
the
It was
tribes.
beautiful. That was
Yeah.
beautiful too, bro.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But I'm gonna say this, man.
He's gonna say it. Just let him say it, Javante. Just let him say it.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna say it.
I mean, I will say it.
I ain't
I
gonna
will
say
say, and I think Javante mentioned it in your reaction. Like after probably like the fourth time I watched it, like that's when it hit me. Like, damn, like there really is
You're missing
no,
something. It's something
there's no
missing.
T'Challa
Yeah.
in this.
Now, I think this story takes inspiration.
DeAndre's like, I told you so, bitch.
You know, I mean, I look at the comic series where T'Challa and Namor was introduced to Wakanda. You know, Namor came to Wakanda seeking help. Wakanda turned him away.
Mhm.
Doom put T'Challa in a coma. Shuri became black because Storm, who was queen at the time, wanted Shuri to, you know, be the new Black Panther. So Shuri became the Black Panther temporarily. Fought off Namor. That's how the story kind of goes.
Mm-hmm.
This trailer builds off of emotion, like a lot of emotional aspects. So I honestly, I really got to see the second trailer, like when it's past all that, and what is this movie, actually,
yeah.
you know, showing you. So you know those are some general takeaways. Me personally,
He sounds so defeated in his voice.
No, because again, bro, like I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
here. He knows it's here now. It's coming.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I just don't like the fact that they're killing off T'Challa.
I agree, and I think, you know, I was on the wave, DeAndre. I still am.
Mm-hmm.
But the trailer, you know, and they're probably just playing off the emotion because it's one giant tribute to Chadwick Boseman, and it will probably get 90% of the people.
So hold on, wait.
It's gonna do
Uh,
numbers.
So let me ask you this though. So was the mural at Disneyland not a tribute for Chadwick Boseman?
Does it look like I have money to go to Disneyland to see
But
that
still,
mural?
I mean, come on now.
Facts.
What was the airing of Black Panther along with the whole Chadwick Boseman thing on ABC? Was that not dedicated to Chadwick Boseman?
Do I look like I have money for cable?
Oh, come on, God, get the fuck out of here.
Let me add. Okay,
Was
go
the
ahead.
CA Bozeman in The Harder You Fall, like the little CA
Not everybody
Bozeman on
caught
the
that
train?
though. Not everybody caught that one.
Was Howard renaming its hall?
I
after
don't
Chadwick
go to
Boseman?
Howard.
Not enough?
I don't
I'm
go to
just
Howard.
saying, like, why do I have to go to the movie to pay tribute to Chadwick Boseman?
But because those tributes are to Chadwick Boseman.
When
T'Challa.
This is T'Challa.
you could literally have like I don't know, like you could, after the movie airs, you could have like a 5-minute clip of just the cast talking about Chadwick Boseman and what he meant to them and all that.
Look, I'm not
And
gonna.
show in memoriam to Chadwick Boseman.
I'm not arguing with this man no more. We
Like-
stuck on time. I'm not trying to argue with this
Let me
man.
ask, why?
I was feeling this
why is
trailer.
why is it necessary to kill off a character
How did we
who's
get here,
who's
kid?
hold on, kill off a character who's dying?
Hey, it's a definition of insanity.
Who gets killed? Hold on, let me ask you this. Why does Wakanda have to mourn? Hold on, let me ask you this. Why does Wakanda have to mourn for a third time for their king?
Okay.
Their king, T'Challa has spent more time being dead in the Marvel Cinematic Universe than he has being king of Wakanda.
He's not wrong.
The whole point of the Black Panther 1 was to establish at the end of the movie that he's trying to find this balance between being king and being the protector of Wakanda.
Back to the trailer.
That is shit that we're not seeing. That we're not going to see.
Back to the trailer. Ryan Coogler, I believe it because
see, that's
I'm
the
not
problem.
I'm not arguing, bro. See how you want to argue with me about this?
That's
again?
the problem.
You want to go through another rampage? He got the bloopers coming up pretty soon. We want to go through another rampage. I told you my opinion. I told you what I think. You want to argue some more? That's insane. You just argue, bro.
There's both. There's both
I'm talking about
sides.
the trailer.
There's both sides to it.
Look, this is what I'm
Marvel
saying.
just went with the safer, less backlash.
I
route.
get his complaint. I understand what you're saying.
And I agree with you, DeAndre. I
will
really
go
do.
with this. This movie's gonna still be fire. You know why? Because Ryan Coogler is great at bringing out emotion and doing emotional films. Look at his first film ever, Fruitvale Station, an emotional film about a true story. Takes place in his hometown in Oakland. But he did an amazing job with that film, and people love it. I love that film also. It's sad.
You know what would be fire? If I found out, like, okay, that whole montage where they're showing the mural and the funeral and all that shit, I found out that was a scene from 5 years ago during the blip. When T'Challa
Shuri
and
wouldn't be there
Shuri,
either. Then
when T'Challa and Shuri both.
Then Shuri wouldn't be on the. She'd be on the mural too.
No, they have one for T'Challa. They have Shuri. You just didn't see it.
She was there.
Hers off screen.
My thing is with Ryan Coogler, bro. I think he'll do a great job. He did even with Creed. He put his emotion behind that, his own like story behind his why he fell in love with Rocky in the movies and stuff like that. So I think he does a great job with emotion. Him being close to Chadwick Boseman, I think he'll take that into consideration. Also, I think this movie's gonna be amazing. This might be one of the best superhero movies this year.
Could be. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, I did show y'all the script leak. I mean, nothing from this trailer deduces from that script leak. And denotes that. And from the script leak, it did still.
That's because you didn't see it in theaters too. Also, when the script leak for Avengers Endgame, people are like, I don't know. When you see it when you see the movie actually and how it flows together, it might turn out different for you.
I don't know, man. That shit.
We'll see.
When Doctor Strange had those leaks, it still tried. The movie was still fire. It was still fun. You still enjoyed it, even when you knew that the leak.
Those leaks were good. Those leaks seemed cool. What you talking about?
But still, I'm saying, you know how some people get leaks and you're like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. Like, remember, leaks had about like, oh, Hugh Jackman was gonna come back. Tony Stark, not Tony Stark. Tom Cruise supposed to be in it. All this kind of stuff, and people are like, oh, I don't know, maybe that could be cool. You don't get that, but it's still trying to be fire. Yeah. You guys see the final product, bro. It comes out this November. We got a couple months, and we there. And I'm sure that first show when we get back here gonna be fire after we all see it. Kids, make sure you go see it, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you right now.
you boycott it?
After I go see it.
Hey, you boycott Amber Heard too? And Aquaman? Okay, I respect it.
After I see the movie, I'm probably still gonna come back here and say the same shit.
That's fine. I gotta support my black actresses and actors, but I gotta support my people. I gotta support the black people, bro.
We'll see.
That's
Ryan
understandable.
Coogler direct, I gotta go support. But I'm not gonna support Aquaman. Aquaman will not be getting my money. Will not be seeing it. I'll hear from DeAndre when he does the YouTube video on Dre and Jay. I'll be tuned in.
That's fine with me. I'm not sure, man. I'm telling you, not sure about this.
We'll see then. It comes
That's
out.
what's funny. I hear you talk about recast Trump. I heard you today say nothing about recast Amber Heard.
What are you talking about?
You'll be talking about that recast Amber Heard all heavy.
I wish they could.
Wish they could. Why can't they?
That's on them. That's on them if they want to recast it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they don't.
I want to hear your outrage like you did about this one. I want to hear the outrage too.
Oh my God. Is Mira dying? Are they killing off the character of Mira?
They should. We don't want Amber Heard.
Also, it's Mira. I don't give a fuck about like Mira. Out of all people,
she's a big part of Aquaman. So I was she had a big part of Aquaman.
She had a big part. But do I care about Mira? Come on now.
Probably not.
I'm talking Mira. Black Panther, T'Challa, the first ever black superhero.
I'm just saying, I want.
Come
on
now,
bro.
come on, man. You comparing apples to oranges.
I want consistency. That's all I'm saying. I just want consistency.
Consistency, my ass, motherfucker. They both they different situations.
All right, get to the game. We done over here. All right, Black Panther will be fire.
I'll
be there day one.
Of course, you gonna be there day one. Shit.
And you're gonna be at Aquaman day one.
Marvel.
Go see Amber Heard.
Marvel could have a movie about a bag of shit on fire. You still go see it.
Oh, really now?
Yes.
Really now? But you're going to see Aquaman. I bet you're going to buy an Aquaman shirt, ain't you? You buy an Aquaman shirt?
What you going to buy an Aquaman shirt?
You're going to buy an Aquaman shirt. You're going to buy, oh, I like that shirt. Shirt's tight.
I buy shirts for everything.
No, it has Amber Heard on it, but you're going to still buy it and represent.
Nah, if it has Amber Heard on it.
You a damn like, shut the hell up. Bro, I just love, look, don't be mad at me because Marvel brings out better content than DC does. Don't be getting mad at me because the movies are better than DC. Don't be getting mad at me for loving good quality and good quality.
How does me wanting to
because you a hater, bro. You've been hating on Marvel all day.
How does me wanting to recast affect my...
Because you've been hating on Marvel. You were hating on Marvel. He literally said, talk about the trailer only. Yo ass.
Because it's hard to talk about the trailer when...
Why? Why? The movie's coming out, bro. You're
It is
talking
hard
about
to talk about a trailer knowing that they're killing off the main character of this franchise.
This boober roof
Did we
be
not
fire.
know? Did we not know he was not coming back for 2 years? It's been 2 years. You knew he wasn't coming back, and now the trailer got. We ain't get him still. They told you already what was gonna happen.
Bullshit.
That's okay. You can say that, but you can't complain. Say like, oh, bro, I like how the trailer did this. You knew what the trailer was gonna give you. They told you we're not recasting, so you knew what this trailer was gonna be. So you hate on the trailer for that reason. It's like, why?
Okay.
You didn't want recasting.
I hated.
You that guy goes on YouTube, recast a child. Keep typing it on the damn comment section.
Hey, I hated when Trump was elected as president. Did that 2 years later? Am I gonna be cool with it? No, fuck that.
This is different. This is different though, bro. They told you already. Hey, bro, we're not gonna recast. This is what we're doing right now. The trailer's coming out. Movie comes out this November. We should be good. And also, the fact before you go, we can move on after this. The fact that this movie has so many like COVID and like the stunt things and about all that kind of stuff, like the different like reshoots and stuff like that. I feel confident. I'm glad that they waited so long to put the trailer. Like, I know some people were like, "Oh, we need a trailer earlier." I'm glad they waited till this point because now you have a 3-month run where you can like put the promotion out there and really push it forward. I'm gonna be there day one. I'm there for day 1 and day 2. I'm there. Shout out to Kev.
I'm putting my Stephen A. Smith moment. I'm gonna look dead ass at the camera. And I'm gonna ask you this: if something happened to Tom Holland, are we
Zendaya, bro? He ain't getting Zendaya, bro.
If okay, fine. If Chris Evans, if something happened to Chris Evans after the Winter Soldier, we killing off Cap. We killing off Spider-Man. Iron Man. Something happened to Robert Downey Jr. after Iron Man 2.
Why are you looking at me? You're looking at the camera, not me.
We killing off Iron Man? No, nobody's doing that shit.
It's also a tragedy, DeAndre. It's different.
Okay. Get the fuck out of here. Even if it was the same situation where it was Robert Downey Jr. who had to go through cancer, all that shit. You telling me they killing off Iron Man? No,
I don't. They probably would have, honestly. Robert Downey Jr. he is the Iron Man. Okay, they probably would have did
after his first 2 movies. Let's say it was the second movie.
Probably, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But after okay, I'll say it like this: after Avengers 1, probably. So after his 2 movies and Avengers, yeah, probably
they would kill off Iron Man.
Yeah, that situation with Robert Downey Jr., how big Robert Downey Jr. was for that role, he is Iron Man. There's no way you can't see nobody else past him as Iron Man. So yeah, probably.
I can't see any motherfucker. Y'all months ago, y'all were over here talking about, oh man, I can't wait to see Tom Cruise as Doctor Strange.
I was not with that. I'm not like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is overrated.
I don't like Tom Cruise.
But
like
just
that.
a lot of y'all were willing to accept Tom Cruise as an Iron Man variant. So.
DeAndre, goddamn, they try to move us to the goddamn game. You still talking?
Okay, go ahead.
We supposed to talk about the trailer, and you are on a rampage.
I'm sorry.
Let's lighten the mood. Kenneth, just give me 5 minutes, Ken. Just give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, DeAndre, you grab all the time.
I'm
bro.
sorry.
We're gonna. It's okay. I figured this was gonna happen anyways.
See?
I was fully prepared for this to happen.
You already knew. I tried.
I'm not gonna lie. The moment Javante mentioned Amber Heard, I already knew where this was going.
I literally said, "Bro, the trailer looks fire." That's all. I was keeping it simple. Y'all had to go the extra mile.
So let's play some little MCU
Toxic man. Go ahead.
Some little MCU hot potato here.
You don't like that.
I'm gonna say a topic.
Okay.
You know, whether it's your favorite, guilty pleasure, overrated, whatever.
Okay.
Give me your first movie pops in your head.
Okay.
And then we'll just go back and forth with it.
All right.
I'll start. Give me your guilty pleasure MCU movie. It's one no one likes, but you enjoy it deep down.
Guilty pleasure MCU movie. I would say, I don't know what DeAndre's would be. It would be the Hulk.
Oh, yeah, that is.
I know him.
Incredible Hulk, yeah.
For me, it would be my guilty pleasure. I like Age of Ultron. I enjoy that one.
For me, it's Iron Man 2.
Oh.
I never even thought that movie was bad. I actually liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But people hate on it for some reason. But I enjoy it.
I don't get how people... Like, I've seen more people hate Iron Man 2 than it is 3, and I think it should be the opposite. I think Iron Man 3
I enjoy Iron Man 2.
I think people probably like... Oh, yeah, me too. I like Iron Man 2.
I enjoy Iron Man 2. Okay, now you guys think of a topic.
Okay, favorite MCU battle or fight scene.
Iron Man versus Cap and Bucky. So I wonder in Civil War.
Iron Man versus Cap and Bucky.
Iron Man wins that fight, by the way.
I'm going with the trilogy versus Thanos.
Oh, Thor, Cap, and okay.
Thor, Cap, and Iron Man.
Okay.
Damn.
BVS, Batman versus Superman.
I mean, I'll say that small. I'll say the
Zod versus Superman.
No, I would have said the Smallville fight in Man of Steel. But, Superman versus.
Oh, it's my turn, huh? Did you already pick yours?
No, I was going to pick yours.
I go with Cap and Bucky versus Iron Man.
All right. Favorite cast of characters on screen
Favorite
together.
what?
Favorite cast of characters on screen together. So who's
Okay.
like your favorite to watch on screen together? Like funniest favorite. Who's you like?
I'd probably say the Guardians.
Guardians. I'm gonna say
With who? What do you mean? Like as far as like I want, I'm not like you know
Like
when
a
Iron Man
mashup?
met, like when Iron Man messed like
Oh, you
met
come out that shit. Okay.
Star Lord and them like that kind of matchup. Like
Okay, so
who's your favorite to see?
in that case, I'd probably say Guardians when they
Okay.
met Iron Man and Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the beginning of Infinity War, where it's Tony, Bruce, Steven, and Wong.
Nice.
I don't know why, but like when Bruce can't turn into Hulk and Tony looks at him and goes, "Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards." Like, yeah, I don't know why. I'm just like, ha, it's funny.
I think for me it's I love when they enter Wakanda, Captain America and all of them meet with T'Challa. That's my favorite. Like,
Do we bow? Yeah, of course we do. He's the king.
Yeah, when they all come together. Yeah, they all come together and they have cheering. I love that scene. It's dope.
Okay. Your most underrated MCU movie.
Underrated. Underrated movies. I'm trying to think. I think Eternals is underrated.
Oh, okay. It's severely underrated to you. Okay.
I think Eternals
Okay.
is underrated.
I'm gonna go with Age of Ultron. It's the one movie
Oh, yeah,
where
it
the
is.
Avengers are in their peak together.
Mhm.
We don't get enough of that.
Okay.
Thanks. And we get Vision for the first time.
Yep.
I'll still say the Incredible Hulk.
It's actually not a bad movie.
It's under.
It's just
I
'cause
think it's a great story for Bruce Banner. I mean,
we can all agree it's the best MCU
Yeah,
Hulk.
it's probably one of the best versions.
All right, gentlemen, that's gonna wrap up another episode of The Final Drive, season 2.
Great debut for season 2. DeAndre was
Episode
annoying as
1.
usual.
Yeah.
Win, shut the hell up. But,
Recast T'Challa.
And that, that blooper reel finna be fire.
hey, yo, yeah, for real though. Recast T'Challa. That's E-Man. Go look him on Twitter. He has a petition if y'all want to go sign it. I've
Twitter.
signed
He
it.
also has a YouTube channel. Check it
Yeah,
out.
he has dope content. DeAndre signed it. I've signed it.
I've
You
signed
did
it.
not
Signed
sign
it.
it. Stop lying. Don't
Kenneth signed it.
Don't claim to be a one of us. Well, you ain't.
Kenneth signed it. I'm
Talk about
pretty
this
sure.
off camera.
You ain't signed it. I know you haven't.
I'm not gonna. We're out of time, dog.
Let's let it wrap things up, folks. Do not forget to like and comment any questions or anything you want to talk about in the next episode in particular. We would love to do it.
Are you still doing your jersey thing?
We are doing the Jersey thing.
I've already
Once-
entered my raffle.
Once we reach 100 likes or 100 subscribers, we will give away a jersey, any team, any sport to your liking. We will ship it wherever it is. So, what's the word? Subscribe. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that. Subscribe. This is from Alec, Javante, DeAndre, Kenneth behind the computer. Signing off. We'll see you guys next week.
Shout out Uncle Kev.